Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next session of All Quiet on the Serisian front. This is our second session ever. Very excited about it. Before we dive in, would any of the players like to submit a recap of what happened last session?
Anybody?
Not all at once.
I can run through my notes, I guess.
Sure, go
You
for
took
it,
notes.
Kisby.
I did.
kiss.
I'm sorry. I take notes because I'm forgetful.
That's why I re-listened to
Otherwise
the
it
sessions
leaks and
multiple times.
All the gray matter drips out of my ears, and I forget everything.
Should get a doctor to look at that.
Eh, I'll just die. It's fine. So we have been drafted into the Serisian army to fight an seemingly never-ending undead horde. We ride around in our beloved Brahma 19, for better or for worse. It's a little beat up, but it's ours. We have left Bright Hill. My notes are right, and that is the name of the city, town.
Yes.
About 2 days ago, heading towards Stonefield. We have about 5 days to go. That might be less now, because that was what I wrote at the start of the session. We were at one point ambushed at a fork in the road by a pair of bullets, and while firing our guns and weaponry, attracted quite the number of ghouls. But were able to outmaneuver and essentially mulch a number of the ghouls, thanks to a spike growth. We then continued along the path until we found a downed tree in the middle of the road, at which point both myself and a couple other members of the party were like, that's a trap. That's 100% a trap. At which point our wonderful wizard, whose name is also up here in my notes, Razgar, had
There you
a
go.
wonderful idea to put a fog cloud over the fallen tree so that we may Kool-Aid Man our way through it and avoid the ambush. And then we traveled a little further down the road and through the woods, and the glide plate on our Brahma broke down and needed to be fixed, at which point we set up camp and have arrived at what I believe is current time.
Yes, well done. Okay. Ash or Ricky, would either of you like to just give a quick recap of what happened in your written RP?
Sure, I'll go for it. So this was at the time in between the bullet fight and the bullet fight and the fog cloud incident. But it was just Ash tending to his squad mate Ricky, who had been wounded in the fight with the bullets and the ghouls, and they had a little chat about what they did before being in the army. They went over their favorite foods, kind of got to know each other a little bit, but also in there, Ash had noticed the a sachet is this sachet
Sure. I like that word.
of aroma therapy for Ricky's rages to come down from them, and they kind of talked about that a little bit, and just getting to know each other a little bit better.
Awesome. Okay, well done. Keesby, you were an inspiration for a sufficient recap of previous session. And AJ and Class, you earned an inspiration for the written RP. So well done, thank you. I love you all. And with that, let's go ahead and get started.
I'm in a tree.
You are... what?
I'm in a tree.
Yes, you are in a tree. I had to look at the map to remember what on earth you were talking about. You are invisible and in a tree.
Sometimes I say things.
You do. Okay. You've just pulled the Brahma over at the edge of this glade, this clearing. And as you have, Ash, you're aware that if you had gone much farther, the stone slab that makes the glide plate on Brahma 19 could possibly have fractured into several pieces. And if that had happened, there would have not been much more movement going on for Brahma 19.
We're walking.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's a repair that
walking.
that you put it off for as long as you could, but at this point, you should not try to move the Brahma 9. You should try not to move the Brahma at all. It needs to be repaired before it can be moved.
I'm pretty sure I put up my Lehman's tiny hut as well over the top of it, and I'm kind of like sitting in it, so it's kind of protected at the moment.
Sure.
I don't know if that's what we were planning on doing.
We had a conversation about how much of the hut the machine would take up.
It's a 10-foot radius, I believe, or is it just a 10-foot circle?
Let me double check. It is a 10-foot radius.
Okay. So
Oh.
basically, most of the Brahma... So either you can fit all of the Brahma in the hut and have room for 2 people. Or... No, not even. You'd have room for 1 person.
The person who's casting the hut, I imagine.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
And because of the insulatory manner of the Brahma's armor, the person casting it could not be in the Brahma and cast it. Because it keeps you out of the spell, quote
Oh,
unquote.
I get what you're saying.
It's fun up.
And people cannot sleep in the Brahma, correct? You said it
Not
was too tight or
comfortably.
something? Yeah, okay. Alright, fuck the Brahma.
Okay. It's
Has locks. It
As
locked.
we're working on it, I'll have it up on it just in case. But we're sleeping under the dome.
okay. So you can have like part of the Brahma in the sphere, so that it's not,
Okay.
it's just if you want to encapsulate the entire thing, that's what the hut is doing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anyway, Ash,
Mhm.
you're the one who has the proficiency to make the tools. You're the one who knows how to repair the Brahma. So I'm going to get to you on that in a moment. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? And I'm going to jump to Joe in a moment because you're in a tree and invisible. First, Ricky and Richard. What are you two doing?
Richard, I believe, ended last session. Hell, you're not supposed to be up there. Fiddling with his state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line army revolver that seemed to immediately jam upon his first firing of it in a combat scenario.
These
So
things
he
happen.
is tinkering with it and trying to this is supposed to be lubricated. This is all. I can't believe that they would.
Right.
There's something fall behind me, and now my
It did.
cat's gone. So bad.
Out of curiosity, Richard, how are you proficient with any sort of tools?
I am proficient with tinker's tools and thieves' tools.
Okay. With your tinker's tools, if being proficient with tinker's tools goes quite a long way, go ahead and roll me an intelligence plus proficiency check.
I would love to. Do I have any of the... I'm just gonna roll in one of these. Oh, is that how I roll it? Maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what you did.
Alright, we're being lazy. I'm rolling this d20 here, and I am adding my proficiency of 3, because my intelligence mod is 0. I
Okay.
got a 14.
That's good.
Okay. The revolver is simply made, which is good, because without any fancy metalwork going on, it should be reliable. It should be as basic as it can be. And as you're looking at it, you don't see anything that immediately strikes you as why it failed.
State-of-the-art military technology.
Yeah. Perhaps some voodoo or curse was placed upon you. You don't know, maybe.
Perhaps.
As you struggle with your revolver, Ricky, is there anything that you're doing?
I mean, if there's nothing I can do to be helpful, like lifting heavy things, then I'll probably just find like a shady spot and like go, I don't know, daydream about cupcakes or something.
What's the time of day? It's
Oh,
getting
wait.
late.
It's
in
late
here.
evening.
Barbarian.
It's late evening.
You could always
It's like-
make
Oh,
dinner.
late evening. Yeah, I'll do
We're
that.
bedding
Thank you.
down. You
Okay.
can make cupcakes.
Yeah, I would be more than happy to be the person making dinner for everyone. That'll take my mind off everything.
Awesome. So you can either make a prepared meal out of rations that are supplied to you by the so helpful Serisian Royal Guard, or you could try and find more appealing food out here.
That's the way to do it.
Oh man, I'm
It
not
is-
gonna like get too adventurous, but if I could find like, I don't know, something that just helps with the flavor or something, if I'm not carrying that with me, I might at least like look around to see if I
Sure.
can find anything.
You can glance around.
Rosemary, thyme.
Yeah, exactly. Just, you know.
Parsley or
Stuff
sage.
I
Go ahead
wanna
and roll
try
me
out.
a Are you proficient in survival?
I am.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 things: happy your computer's working, and liking the profile pic.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you. Did it roll? No?
It did. You rolled a
It did.
9.
Oh, okay. I rolled a bunch of times probably. Sorry, everybody.
No, just once. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh God, help you if you poison everyone.
Probably won't be the
Hemlock
first
for
time.
flavor.
What is
63.
this lovely spice? Oh, that's nightshade.
Oh. Well,
the rations are so boring. You just need to spice it up sometimes.
Feel free to ask somebody who is also proficient in survival if it's edible.
okay, with a 9 on survival. Actually, that's super not great.
When the DM says so, you're in trouble.
No, it's survival. Like, you look around, you scout around the immediate area of the hut. You're looking for something that might be able to improve the flavor of whatever it is you have to cook, and there isn't much. I believe with a 63, all you'd find is a handful of pine nuts.
Question.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
observe Ricky scouting the area from my perch?
Yeah?
Dirt
Can I
has
You're
is
invisible.
salty, right?
Can I see if I can spot anything from my vantage point that might help?
Roll a survival.
Okay.
29. Okay. There's a ranger in the party, folks.
Forgot about that.
With a 29.
She like just takes in Ricky going from like stump to stump in the like the grasses looking for herbs, and she glances around.
And I'm probably acting pretty proud too. Like I'm sure I think I found
I've got my
something pretty
pine
great.
nuts.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this
Use-
is great. A little secret for everybody.
Yeah. You spot a tree that she has walked by a few times. Its bark is flaky and paper-like, but you know that beneath its bark is a layer of a spice that is around the household called long pepper, but the tree is called timij. And you know
Is it
that's
tasty?
it has the same use as black pepper,
Okay.
which can definitely heighten many dishes.
So as Ricky's going along and she's got a handful of these pine nuts, Joe will whistle from her tree branch to get her attention, and then you see her draw her bow,
You're invisible.
release an arrow. I'm not invisible. I'm hidden.
Oh,
But
why
I
does
whistled to
I
get
thought
her
you cast
attention.
invisibility. My bad.
I can't do that
Then why does it say you're invisible on my
because
fucking
you
thing?
did that to remember I was hiding.
Oh, I don't remember any of this, but I believe you.
I take out my bow because it doesn't make a noise like my gun would. I pull back and I hit the tree with it, and I say, "Get some of that."
Well, I know what that tree is. Like once it's pointed out to me.
With a 9 in survival, no. That's a tree.
Okay.
I believe
I'll
you.
just kind of like shrug and be like, okay, sure. And I'll go over and I don't know what good some of that is, so I guess I'm just like ripping the bark off or something.
So as soon as you pull the
boy.
bark away, you see that there is a layer of almost like underbark that flakes into these long strands that are very crumbly. And that you do recognize as long pepper.
Starts chopping down the tree, just the whole thing.
That would be not the right way.
I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm like waving, and I'm like, this is amazing. Thank you. And you
I
probably
was
gonna,
right
like,
under your
shush me or
nose. You almost had it.
Okay.
She goes back to
Razgar.
watching.
Yes.
Is there anything that you're doing?
I am assisting with fixing the
Okay.
Brahma.
Then Ash, we get to you. You have the hatch at the bottom of the Brahma open. You're looking at the top of the stone slab that is what makes the Brahma go in any direction it wants. You've made masonry tools, I believe.
Yeah, took an hour to do it, but they're there.
Right.
They're ready.
So, you know that the way that you've been trained to do this is to mix what is basically concrete, but to make it more fluid than than it normally would, to allow it to seep into the crack
Okay.
and to apply it evenly. And it requires a careful hand to do it smoothly without changing the shape of the slab.
Okay.
So, I'd like you to roll me with your masonry tools giving you proficiency. Basically a dexterity check. So a sleight of hand if you have it proficient.
Hey. Wonderful.
You're great at that, right?
Not so much.
Well, you do have aid from Razgar, so you have advantage.
Okay, so
You got this, little buddy.
well, only dex-based skill with proficiency is stealth, so
Roll
let's
that.
go with that. I don't even have guidance. Let's go.
An
Oh.
8.
Let's use an inspiration.
Might be a good time. Let's not
Yeah.
break our tank.
Hey, there we go. 19.
You mean
For
23.
23. Yeah, plus the 4. All right, so it takes a while. This concrete compound that you've been supplied with, it's very gummy and requires a lot more water than you thought it would at first to get it to actually seep into the slab. As it does, it's interesting. If you've ever watched really, really cold water freeze as it touches ice, that's what it looks like, as it slowly builds on itself within the slab. But every time it does, it glows blue, the same as the rest of the enchanted markings that the slab has. And as the blue light seems to shine through the crack over the next 30 minutes of you gently, basically scraping this compound into the crack and then filling it up, it's kind of pretty to look at. There's almost a dopamine rush from watching it fill up and glow, solidify. As that's happening, Joe, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
This is so cool.
That's a 25.
What's your range of dark vision, Joe?
60 feet.
Okay. With a 25, you hear it before you see it.
Oh boy.
There is the cracking of footsteps in the brush and undergrowth farther away from you. Does anybody outside have dark vision better than 60 feet?
I don't even have dark vision.
So, no. Okay.
I just realized that too. I've never played a character without dark vision.
I thought Dragonborn get dark vision.
No, they don't. No, they
I thought so too.
Nope. They can breathe fire weekly once every while.
Yeah,
That's
blue fire.
not cool. But
Oh,
now-
didn't
I'm the
think-
only one who's got a hunch on this?
Well, does anybody have a passive perception of 20 or better?
God.
no,
Nope.
Jesus.
but I do have dark vision. So,
You're in the
But
Brahma.
I'm working. I'm working. Yes.
I'm working
I said
here.
outside.
Walking over
Outside.
here.
I am but a human.
Yes, Ricky. What is your passive perception?
I'm still getting used to the. Where is it on the?
Oh, okay. So if
character
you're
sheet?
looking
I
at your
got
character
it,
sheet
yeah.
and you look at perception, there's a little gray number next to it that tells you what it is passively.
Oh, got it. I'm 12, so I have no idea.
Okay.
12 years old?
It's
Yeah,
adorable.
basically.
That's so many problems for a 12-year-old. Okay.
I'm 12. What is this?
All right. So no, you are the only one with a hunch, Joe, as you are up in this tree, and you hear footsteps. They're slow and lumbering. It does not
Ooh,
sound
no.
like the motivated pace of someone alive.
Okay, I'm gonna grab an acorn because this is now an acorn tree.
You mean an oak tree?
Yep, and I see Razgar and Ash are working on the Brahma, and Ricky is cooking. So I look down and I see Richard fiddling with his gun, and I huck it at his head. I beat him with an acorn, and when he looks up at me, I put my finger to my lips,
Look up, look up.
and I point out in the direction that I hear the noise coming from, and I have my bow and arrow trained on it because I'm not going to try to make noise.
As the moon is low and the suns have already set, Richard, it is dark.
Oh, fucking humans.
I look at her. I look at Joe and I'm like,
At this point, I think there would probably be a campfire lit.
Yes,
Okay.
because Ricky's cooking. Cooking with Ricky.
I would watch that show.
You just get mad
I'm
when
writing
things
it
don't
down
work
as a
out.
possible tavern name. Yeah, if I survive this.
Everyone has to retire and start a tavern. That's just how it goes with adventurers.
Richard, despite being unnecessarily sassy to Joe, has probably pieced together that there's something out there in the dark that he can't see.
That's not what I meant to do.
Given
Hang on.
that Joe is like, you said your bow or your rifle?
I have my bow out.
Okay. That Joe has her bow just like pointed out in the darkness and is gesturing out there.
Before
And
we move
Richard-
forward, can I do something real quick with the inspiration?
That
Can I-
depends.
Retcon my cantrip that I haven't used yet, and
To-
take light cantrip.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Go ahead.
I didn't realize.
Dragonborns.
I'm getting rid of message. I haven't used it yet, so it's not going to mess up anything story-wise. I'm going to burn an inspiration, retcon that, and I have the light cantrip.
Okay, that is fine. You can have the light cantrip.
Thank you.
You're telling me that more than half of our party can't see in the dark? Oh boy.
Yeah, this is rare for a D&D.
Now,
group.
you do know the Brahma has lights on it.
It's
Oh,
under
they're
the
not
dome
rather
right now.
subtle, I imagine.
I mean, they can be as bright as you turn the little switch to.
I also imagine Ash kind of frequently takes dark vision, the spell, but he just doesn't use it that often because it's a high level spell for him.
Right now,
So-
Brahma's in the dome, which is an opaque color.
Only from the outside.
Yes.
Light can leave the dome.
I don't
Oh.
know if that's true.
It is, because I've just said it is.
Yep. DM.
Fine.
It is now.
Fine.
You can argue with that if you want, I guess.
No, please.
That's an after session discussion. In future rule is this.
If light can't
no.
leave the dome, you don't know what's going on outside.
Richard will turn to, I believe Ricky is the one currently outside the dome, still here. And just kind of quietly say, I think Joe sees something out in the darkness.
Humans.
How quiet are you being as you say that?
I will kind of like a hushed, not like.
No, I'm asking you for a stealth roll, not for a...
Oh, okay.
I heard
mean,
you whisper.
I was going to give you the stealth roll anyway, but
I appreciate the breakdown.
yeah, I will give you normal.
Okay. Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I have my bow and arrow trained on it. As soon as I can tell what it is.
You
And
are
assess the
aiming in that
situation.
direction.
Uh-huh.
Noted. You don't see anything yet.
Okay.
It is simply too dark.
I will. I'm hoping I have a soup ladle like from Zelda, and if I can put that soup ladle just quietly down, and I'll find my axe that should never be very far from me.
Sure. You carefully set the soup ladle down and collect your weapon. You worry
Okay.
for a brief moment that your meal might burn whilst you are away.
No.
But these things happen.
After alerting Ricky, Rich will just kind of like gently pat the side of the hut to like the entrance is around here somewhere. And kind of like, okay,
I can hear
like
you.
shuffle in
so,
to alert the rest of the party.
You can just come in, you know that.
That's a way funnier image, though.
I'm just like pat. And then noticing that he doesn't see them immediately, kind of like stick his head up under the Brahma because I imagine they are working.
There is no under the Brahma, unfortunately.
Oh,
It
okay.
is because
right,
it earth
it's
glides.
Earth glide, right?
Yeah.
My brain just like it floats like an inch or two. No.
It's actually like submerged
Are you,
an
sorry,
inch or
are you
two.
implying that Razgar and Ash are under the inch or two that you
Yeah,
pictured
I
the
don't
Brahma
know.
floating?
Amazing image. No, you see,
mean,
Razgar
right.
is basically like, because you're working, Ash is in the vehicle of the Brahma. Like, and as Razgar's helping him, sometimes he'd stand up and you could see him poke up out of the hatch, but otherwise, the hatches are open and they are working in the Brahma.
Yeah.
So, Razgar, at one point, when you poke up, you see Richard mime trying to find the entrance to the dome.
No, the whole thing is a door. You could just come in.
Is this the
Yep,
time
yep,
for
that is how it-
pantomimes?
That is how
It's
it
always the time for pantomimes.
I need the canteen of water.
I do a wide just
works. Yeah.
Roll a stealth.
Richard's like
Everybody? Or
Everybody but Ash. Because Ash just
Oh,
yelled.
god damn it, Ash. Do I get advantage because I'm in a tree?
I rolled a 7, so I'm gonna say, what do you guys
As your favorite terrain, trees. You have advantage. You have advantage because you're already well hidden. Okay. So Razgar, as you are informing Richard that he can just walk in,
Damn it.
Ash, you shout that from within the Brahma.
Ricky dives headfirst into the soup, apparently.
I'm like, save the pepper.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna burn if I don't stir it.
I'm like sneezing and yeah.
Joe, the footsteps suddenly hasten,
Oh boy.
and you see,
Soon as I-
emerging in the edge of your dark vision, an undead wight
Oh,
appear.
man.
You have a brief
I-
moment to respond before anything else happens. What do you do?
Fuck me. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on it and fire.
Okay, you have an action, not a whole turn.
Okay,
So,
I fire.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
Fire,
attack.
I-
It has
I
advantage
lose.
because it doesn't know you're there.
While she's rolling this, is this the dome right here?
Yes.
So they can actually represent. So we can technically, for the moment, like stand up against it and be inside of the dome.
Yeah, you could squeeze in
Squish
around
yourselves.
Yeah, we just can't sleep comfortably. That
It's
makes
just not
sense. Okay.
sustainable for long periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits. 11 points of damage.
Itty bitty damage.
don't forget your hunter's mark.
I didn't get to do that because I didn't have an actual turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. As the arrow thuds into the shoulder of the wight, before initiative is rolled, the wight is lumbering forward to investigate the sound. And Joe, you watch as it stops, looks down at the arrow, looks around, and then turns around and leaves.
I'm
quickly.
very persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna slide out of the tree. 3-point landing on the ground.
Roll athletics.
Do we know
Why
like how
athletics?
intelligent whites are?
So
Yo,
you've encountered them before
Why not acrobatics?
because you jumped out of a tree.
Cool about it.
Okay, you took 1 point of bludgeoning damage as your ankle
Ow, my
on a
ankle.
rock.
Ow.
No one saw it. It's okay. With your history dealing with whites are typically much more intelligent than ghouls, ghasts, and zombies. They are undead that seem to, when they are created, have maintained much more of their intellectual capacity than other undead that you've found. They are not the sort that would just push their way through a spike growth.
okay.
Okay. After I hit the ground, I go up to the dome and I stick my face in so I can see everybody, and I say, "It was a white. I hit it once. Son of a bitch turned around, walked right away.
That
Wait,
is
what?
not a good-
I hit a white. He walked away.
That is not a good sign.
No, I don't think so. I think
They
he's
are
going to
not.
get his friends.
Idiots.
How are we looking on this thing we are fixing that I do not remember the name of it?
I'm nearly done.
Brahma.
No, the piece that we're fixing on.
The gliding slab.
The gliding slab. Is this operational or?
No, it is not.
How far am I into this?
After you finish the repair, you do not think you should move the Brahma for a short rest's worth.
We gotta wait an hour.
Maybe talk a little quieter.
What is this thing? Is this a second
Sorry.
dome?
All right.
That's the campfire,
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming.
That circle is a mystery to me. I didn't make it.
Oh.
I assumed someone had a plan or an idea.
Plan?
I was
No.
using the wrong measurement tool that was
Ah.
used to move me to the platform. Apologies,
No worries, no
everybody.
worries.
That I figured
Gotcha.
out how to
In
delete
the
it.
future-
I've been frantically trying to do that.
It's okay. In the future, if you just want to measure real quick, you can hold control, and then you can click and drag anywhere, and it gives you a ruler.
Oh, cool. Okay. Thank you.
I didn't even know that, and I've been using this for a
Look
year.
at all of us.
Hot damn.
Oh shit, what did I do? How do I make it stop? Alright.
Also,
Alright,
if you hold control and click and drag off of your character, you can make a path for your character to follow, and then you can hit spacebar, and they'll follow it. Anyway, well, we all play with the ruler tools, as
We're adults.
it's truly. How do you all react to this news that a white has?
Oh, we can't leave, which means we gotta take a stand.
How
Oh,
long do you
right.
think we have? We have options.
I'm down a lot of options. All I can do is fire right now.
If we
We
can
can-
we move this tank even but 10, 20 feet, or will that ruin it?
No, it'll ruin the set.
Okay. If I can make a new dome, it'll take me about 10 minutes or so. I don't know if that is enough time. Well, as we can try to cover the Brahma. I can do that as well, but I'm a little crunched for time.
Well, at this point, I would rather have. No offense to anybody's fighting skills, but
Why
I think
not?
the Brahma's what probably gets us to.
It just can't move, but it can fire, right?
Yeah.
It's functional.
It can fire, but it won't move.
Okay, great. I'm gonna get in a tree. You guys figure out what you're gonna do.
How about we all just hang out? Okay. Bye.
Would you like me to drop the dome or to keep
Good
it
luck.
up?
No,
I am
keep it up.
useless. I am useless if the dome is up.
Did someone go get Joe? Please.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
on it.
I'm trying to climb a tree.
By the way, you guys can hear outside the dome. But can they
Yeah,
hear
that's
us
bad.
from like if we're talking in the dome? Can they hear outside of it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just a barrier,
The-
nothing else.
Joe,
What? What?
I think the plan is to hide in the dome. Because they
That's not
can't see
hiding?
into the dome?
That's not hiding. It's an opaque color sphere. They know something's in there.
Not wrong.
Okay. I don't know. I was listening to our wizard and our
We have
artifice.
Doesn't make them the fucking rules here. I'm getting in the tree.
Okay, I can mess with the ground and camouflage the tank. It'll take me a couple of minutes. I don't know if we have that time, but that will drop the dome.
I was going to ask Joe to do that because she's a ranger.
I can mold the earth and change the colors of it.
That's good. Do it.
I will drop the dome then, yes?
Oh.
As
Alright, while I'm inside the dome, I am going to start mold earthing to
Okay.
place dirt on top of the Brahma.
All
And
right.
I am going to change, because I can change the color or patterns to make it look like a giant bush.
Okay, so
I
this
can
is
do-
going to look like a blob that has like a bush texture on it.
Yeah. Very much
Oh,
so.
these whites are stupider than the average person.
And we are under a tree, so maybe it just looks like a bush tree. I don't know.
Really big bush.
So
Really big bush.
it's not going to have the texture of a bush. Like, it can look like it's going to look like a kind of a low quality graphics pop in of a bush.
It's what I'm working with right now, man.
It's fine. You totally can do this. I'm not going to stop you. I just want you
It
to
says
know.
I can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on the dirt, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns.
Okay.
So what I'm kind of going for is maybe I do like a little extra dirt in certain places, and it looks like bushy things. So it's not one big uniformed thing. So I'm putting dirt.
To mold
With
earth,
mold.
to mold enough earth to fully cover the Brahma and disguise it will require 12 castings of mold earth.
Only
Okay, that is.
That's
That's
72 seconds.
Yeah, because I can do 5
All
feet
right.
of earth.
Yeah, it's gonna. You're gonna have to do
Per
it.
action.
You're gonna have to work
5
quick,
foot cube.
but you can do this.
Okay. I mean, I could still keep the dome up while I'm doing this, so this is just... I got nothing else working. Either that or I drop the dome and start making a new dome somewhere, guys. So,
I don't know. We don't have time. I'm not there. I'm in a tree.
You are in a tree.
I'd like to hide, please.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth. If you're in a tree, I need an athletics.
It's like you personally hate me.
You're the one climbing trees.
Your mom's climbing trees.
DC to climb a
Athletics.
tree is 10. It's not.
Okay,
it's
I
not
did
hard
it.
to
13.
do. Very proud of you. You hide with a 15 in a tree.
In a tree.
Noted.
And my gun is out now instead of my bow and
I
arrow.
can't cast any spells outside the dome, right?
No, you cannot.
Fuck!
yeah, I think it blocks line of sight.
Yeah, so I can't even, like, fog cloud it.
No, magic cannot pass through the dome.
Yeah.
He can see out it just fine. It's just magic.
So,
doesn't
like,
go
if I cast fog cloud, it's just all of the fog is in the
through it. Just
dome.
We
That'd be-
hotbox the dome
That'd be hilarious.
I'm thinking.
and listen to Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
One of my
Alright,
favorite things about this game is players playing with a new class and trying to figure everything out. It's so much fun. Okay.
I saw mold earthing and making a low graphics bush.
And so my concern here
It's
is if you are
Minecraft cubes.
as you're mold earthing, you are removing the earth from
I'm
the
making a moat,
ground.
aren't I?
Oh boy.
You are making a moat around the Brahma. Yes.
What if I just do like a thin layer?
How do you mean?
Then it's a dirty tank.
It's just a dirty. I just want it to be colored like a bush. So
Okay.
like just a thin layer. Like I don't want it like a half a foot thick of dirt on top of the Brahma. I just wanted. What I'm going for is I'm just trying to get a layer of dirt on the top of it so that I can use my magic to make it look like a different color, like the patterns of the
Okay,
bush.
I understand what you want.
Mhm.
You roll
I
me an
don't want a
intelligence
5 foot-
check.
Yeah, I don't want a 5-foot moat around us.
So the problem is here the Brahma is
Looks
large.
natural. Oh
Um,
shit. Last died.
Like that.
No. God damn it.
You want
Like,
intelligence?
Voice got him.
Intelligence, please. Just a straight intelligence check.
Not bad. I'm working with quick time.
14. Okay. The amount of earth that it's going to require to cover the tank just enough to color it is doable. It's going to take you 4 castings of mold earth, but you're going to have to be careful where you pull the earth from, that you don't compromise the earth the Brahma is sitting on, or all of the work Ash just did will be undone.
Oh boy.
So I'm just, you see me swirling with my hand, and you just see like thin layers of dirt coming up off the ground and making its way onto the Brahma, trying to be delicate with it.
Roll me a spell casting check. Basically just a spell attack to see how well you make the Brahma look like a bush.
Yeah. 18.
18. The Brahma is weird shaped compared to bushes. The cannon is enormous. It kind of hangs out above the rest of the Brahma, making it this strange oblong shape, but you do basically make it look like the Brahma is very, very dirty. You can change the color of it. What color are you making it?
I'm gonna make it like green and almost have the patterns of leaves throughout the whole thing.
Okay. It now looks up close. No one's buying it.
Yeah.
But at a distance, especially in the dark, you could see it pass it off as a bush.
Okay.
If they don't get a good look at the cannon, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for working with me.
Yeah.
Also, somebody put out that fire. That we cannot have that. This is a beacon.
I'm gonna see the soup cauldron.
Okay,
I
so
will
while
drop
this
this
is
at any time.
this has happened, other things have happened as well. So while Razgar is working to cover the Brahma in dirt, Ricky, you've heard there might be a problem soon. How have you reacted?
I just have the axe even more ready, and I will, while everyone's doing stuff with intelligence that's higher than mine, I'll let them, right? And I'll just kind of be surveying. I might look back once and just be like, that bush looks really good. But other than that, I
That's
just
a
want
team
to be
player.
like,
Nikki, can you
just
put
be
out
like,
that
look,
fire,
you know,
please?
kind of surveying. Did you
Rick,
say put the fire out?
Yes, can you put out the fire? That is a beacon.
Yeah, as soon as I'm asked, I'll like kick dirt onto the fire.
so Ricky, you are a human, yes?
I'm sorry?
You are a human. You don't have dark vision.
I'm a human. Yep. No
Okay.
dark vision.
As the fire is kicked out, you are cast into darkness.
Come in the dome.
The only light comes from excuse me. The
Like
ambient light
64
being
bit.
emitted by the glide slab. Half of it is not emitting any light because it's broketed, but there is enough to see where you're walking immediately around here as it's getting darker. Joe.
Hey.
Roll me a perception, please.
Oh, baby.
A natural
All
20.
things.
You hear the sound of rock moving on rock. It sounds like a heavy and then footsteps on grass. Many of them. You hear that. Ash, as you're working on the glidestone slab, the sending box in the main cabin of the Brahma suddenly chirps to life. You hear, Brahma 19, Brahma 19, come in.
Is that loud?
Yes.
I'll instantly click the receiver so it's not transmitting from the other end into the Brahma and making a loud noise. Yes, Brahma 19. We're being radio silent right now. we're trying to evade the enemy. And
You hear, as you're holding the sending stone that's connected to the box, you hear in your mind, acknowledged. There's been a shadow burst in your area. Be aware.
shadow burst. Do I know what that means?
Roll a DC 8 history check. Do you remember your
It
training?
means bad times.
Oh, I
literally
make
can't
it 'cause
fail
I
that?
have a +8. I have a +8, but
So yeah, don't roll on that one.
oh, okay.
He really knows what that means.
Yeah, you remember the briefing. A shadow burst is when a necromancer or a powerful wizard or spellcaster creates a rift between this plane and the Shadowfell and allows a large collection of shadows, undead creatures that basically thrive on the strength of people they drain it from, to get into this plane. They have been used by the followers of the star as a diversion, as a cheap way to kill a lot of people quickly, and basically just a scare tactic.
I would like to use a point of inspiration to change one of my infusions to a goggles of night. I have the repeating shot infusion. I'll swap that out.
Okay.
So I will quickly infuse that. I believe it to infuse an item. How much? It takes an action, right?
So you're using an inspiration to retcon it.
Yes.
So
to
you had
make sure I have
you made these goggles of night yesterday morning when you
yeah.
did not make the repeating
When
shot out of your revolver.
When I realized we have 2 humans in the party, and a dragonborn.
Yeah, you have goggles of night, which grant you 60 feet of dark vision.
All right. I'm gonna toss the goggles of night to Richard.
So, Richard, as you're fiddling with your revolver, this is a pair of goggles.
Second
sits in your
thing
hand.
that hit you in the head while you were busy fiddling with your gun.
Fix it, man.
Put those on. Put those on. Ricky, come here. Come here.
Getting new glasses.
So can we not even cast like a message
Is
from
that
inside the
inside?
dome outside?
Right?
No.
Correct.
Yeah, inside the dome.
Okay, so I'll go inside.
Okay.
Here, but he'll take out like an old pair of spectacles and he'll just, and then he puts a film on the lenses and then he hands them to Ricky. Here, and he's casting dark vision on you through the glasses. All right, there's a shadow burst in the area, meaning there's shadows here. And then he'll turn towards Joe is and cast that earpiece kind of comes on.
Not to fuck you over, but are you in the dome?
Can't cast magic in and out.
Does Mulder
Even with
stop the
message.
No.
Huh?
Okay, so I'll poke my head out the dome and cast message to Joe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
that works.
There's a shadow burst in the area, meaning shadows. You should know.
What do I know about shadows, Echo? Did I listen to the same briefing? Rather, did I pay attention to the same briefing?
Roll a history. What do you
Based
know
on-
about shadows?
Yeah, I rolled these at 17.
When you block light.
Shadows are undead creatures. They hide in naturally made shadows, and whilst they are doing so, they are basically undetectable.
Oh, fuck.
When they attack,
I'm a
they
tree.
frequently drain the strength of the creature that they attack. And you've seen people perish because too many hits from a shadow drain them of all they had.
All you hear back from Joe is, fuck.
Joe,
Weaknesses?
what about him?
Are there any?
None that's come to mind.
Great. Continue.
Joe, as you're
Oh.
looking out of your tree, another entity appears within your view. You recognize the armor. It is a soldier of the followers of the star. More than just an undead wight or raised creature. This is an individual who is likely undead, but has sworn their soul to the same motives that the followers of the star have. They are much better trained and much more intelligent than ghouls, ghasts, and zombies. This one is holding up what looks like a spyglass as it is looking at the dome.
Yikes. Do I see anybody else besides this guy?
This guy is right on the edge of your vision.
Uh-huh.
So you feel like you can see movement behind them, but it's too dark to be sure.
Right. I gotta make a call here. My range on this. Can I make an action?
What kind of action?
Shoot him in the head kind of action.
Of course.
Can I bonus action, or is it just an action?
Okay, so you are from surprise attacking this individual.
Mhm.
Then it is a surprise round. So you can take your turn. Do you
Yeah.
say anything to your allies?
They'll know.
Okay.
Kaboom boom.
Noted.
Use a pistol?
I'm using my gun, yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah.
So will the rest of the
Alright.
forest.
So first, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. It's my
You're doing
bonus
great,
action.
Ken. I believe in you.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna fire.
Right
Okay.
before she was about to do this, I'm going to Ash. And how long do we need to sit in the dome for before this is eligible to solidify? An hour? Had a short rest, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So does
I would like to say that as she's shooting, I'm having this conversation with Ash. So it's like, all we need to do is hang out in the dome for an hour, not make too much noise, and we should be able to get out of here.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put everyone in the initiative.
Just a heads up, guys. I'm useless.
Yeah.
Gooch,
sorry.
no.
Well, from in the dome, I can drop the dome and do stuff. But
Alright.
if you want
I
that
don't know,
dome up,
the dome is pretty crucial.
oh,
You fire the Amaranth revolving rifle.
Yeah. I'm trying to blow out who I think is the most capable, most intelligent person in this group.
As you are all having your conversation, you suddenly hear come from the nearby tree.
God.
Go ahead and roll damage, because you hit.
Guess we're going loud. Click
God
it.
damn it. Worst
those
possible
glasses
fucking
are
damage.
amazing, by the way.
I know, I'm very pleased with that. So, I wanted to use my +1 ammunition, but I did not say.
Gotta
Will you
say it.
forgive me?
You gotta
God
say
fucking
it.
damn it. Fine, 7 + 5 for the hunters.
Did you place Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, I said I used it.
Yeah. It's in
That's
the
why
chat.
it's been rolled 2 minutes ago.
Sorry, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Razgar, I don't have the resources to cast Dark Vision.
Oh,
on
I'm
ya.
fine. I'm chilling in the dome. I'm not going
Okay.
anywhere. I'm hanging out.
Okay.
And since I have 2 attacks, can I fire again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking your turn.
Ooh, not as good. 16.
16.
I'm using my +1 ammunition.
Okay, you hit.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll damage.
Doesn't it do a +1 to your hit too, or no?
It does.
Or is it just damage? Yeah. Okay.
so that's 12 piercing damage plus my hunter's mark. Cool. 13.
Okay.
And then can I use my
Uh,
movement?
You're in a tree.
I am.
You're kind of standing on the fork in the thick trunk of this tree. How do you move?
I think I'm gonna jump down.
Roll me athletics.
I know there's shadows, and I don't want to be in a dark tree in the evening.
Probably a good idea.
12.
Okay, a 12. You don't hurt
I
yourself.
feel like they know where I am. So I hit the ground. How much of my movement did I use to get out of the tree?
10 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna use the the rest of my movement to head toward the dome. I know they know where the dome is. He had a spyglass.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm giving them away.
And on that note, we roll initiative.
Perfect.
Good, I rolled low. Love to see that.
Dome's not concentration, right? No. Cool.
No, you just have to be in it.
Okay. Okay. I don't even have any buffing spells because I suck.
You went all
Ew.
damage.
I did. I went all damage.
I don't follow you. You're gonna be fighting towards the undead. Blast Wizard is the way to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rasgar, did you
Oh.
roll?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
What'd you
It
get?
did it not
Well,
pull up
shit.
in it?
He got a
let me see.
6.
I did get a 6.
Yep.
Why does mine not show up in initiative? It does that on other boundaries too.
Ricky, you have dark vision for 8 hours. That's how long it lasts. Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me edit your vision.
And Richard has the goggles of night.
Yes, he does.
It's hilarious it would be for me to keep it on. I do need to see what I'm doing. As
I
a
get
person.
it.
Okay, so Richard also has dark vision.
I think it's 60 feet, I assume, is the goggles.
Yes. Okay. Richard, as you hear this gunshot and the sound of Joe crashing down into the grass to your left, and the fast as she runs toward the Brahma, looking out of the dome, you see a soldier of the Followers of the Star. He has just been shot. He doesn't seem to be too perturbed by it, as he just puts the spyglass away and will perhaps do something else on his turn. What do you do?
Is the revolver the same range as the regular, like, flintlock pistol?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think that's 30 feet by default.
30 and
Okay.
90, yeah.
Yep. So I gotta get a little closer if I want to fire this. I definitely don't want to, like, engage in melee quite with this thing yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scoot on up 15 feet, which should put me within 30. Nope, that puts me within 40.
I want to drop this bubble so bad.
I mean, it's your decision.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess I'll. I won't have enough room to get back. Yeah, we'll get in full range, so I'm not at disadvantage.
Okay.
And I have 5 feet of movement left for later if I need it. And I will fire my pistol at this thing.
Go ahead and make an attack.
I will do my best. Maybe? Does it want to let
Yes,
me
you
roll?
will.
Am I
Do your
clicking
best.
the wrong thing?
In the chat, click attack.
Oh, I didn't realize it popped up in the chat because I have 2 screens.
That happens.
I'm bad at this.
It's new system, who dis?
Yeah.
24
God, I hope
certainly hits.
I was like, God, I hope a 24 hits. Normal. No sneak attack. Hey!
Showing me up with these guns.
Okay, 15 points of piercing damage.
It's because
The
you've
first
messed
shot.
with it.
Nails him.
And then I'm going to use my cunning action to dash back into the bubble.
That's fair.
Goodbye.
All right, next. It is a white's turn.
Oof.
As it
More than I anticipated.
approaches, it draws a longbow from its back, and it holds its action. Ricky, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, let's see here. It's gonna take a dash for me to get to them. So I think I will figure out. I don't know. I'm having trouble moving my token, but I would like to move forward.
Have you selected token on the top left where you under token controls?
Let's see here. Token, select tokens, right? Top box thing.
Yes. Once you've done that, you should be able to click on your character so that a little bar box around it appears, and then you can move your character.
Cool. Well, it still doesn't want to do it for me.
Your arrow keys will work too.
All of that.
They will?
Yes. If you have selected your token, you can use the arrow keys to move.
So it's because the game is paused for me. Do
You
I
need to
reload?
refresh.
Oh, you need to reload your page.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, everybody.
Nah.
While that's happening, essentially all I want to do while it refreshes for me is I'm gonna move forward like 20-ish feet, still kind of to the side of the Brahma to leave like line of sight for folks. And then I'm gonna go into a rage. I'll whisper something to myself. Go into a rage, and then the beast form that will come out for this rage is the tail action. And
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna do because I can't get close enough to attack this round.
The instant you moved just past the dome, which was 15 feet, the white that was holding its action will fire his longbow, which is unfortunately just before you've raged.
Okay.
We'll see if he hits. And does an 18 hit you?
Yes, because I've not raged.
Okay, you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then you are at 20 feet.
Cool.
All right. Joe.
Hey.
Getting my happy little ass into this dome. Meow.
Welcome to the
There's
Bubble
a-
Club.
Well,
I'm
are you
sorry,
firing
this-
first?
I can fire through the dome, can't I?
No.
No.
Oh. I got questions for you, class.
That's why he left the dome.
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay, well then
Stop us
before
from
I
getting fired
run
on.
my happy little ass, I'm gonna fire twice
At?
at the big boss, or who I perceive to be the boss.
Okay.
Is this is the new turn for my surprise round, right?
This is the first turn of the actual combat.
But the surprise round is different.
Over. Yes.
Yes. Okay, because of my eyes on the prize, it's first attack per turn. So I wanted to make sure that so I have advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, that hitch.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm using my fucking. Unless otherwise stated, I'm using my goddamn +1 ammunition.
Please keep track of how much of that you have.
Yeah, I am.
How many do you have
So-
left?
35.
Sounds
Okay.
about right. You just make that up.
No.
Sounds
So
right.
that's 10 damage plus 5. That's great. So 15. And then my next attack. $20 to hit. 21 to hit. With. Come on. Yeah. 18
Okay.
plus my hunter's mark, which is 2. So 20.
All right. You unload on this individual.
And then I get in the dough.
Okay. Man, he rolled real bad on Inish. That's not great.
For you.
Yes. Okay.
He took a,
What the thing is happening?
a rifle shot to the eyeball.
This individual holds its action.
Like that they're doing that.
Okay.
Concern.
This individual fires 2 longbow attacks at you, Ricky. There's a 12 and a 21. I assume the 12 does not hit you.
Yeah, 12 no, 21 yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Did you half it, or should I go ahead and do that?
2.
I don't know your shit, so it's on you to half this
Okay,
sort
cool.
of thing.
I will half it. Okay.
So 2.
So 2. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. New campaign. Who does? All right, noted. Next, this individual moves up from out of your view, up next to this,
So many.
and will hold its action. Ash, you're in the Brahma. There's a lot of shit going on outside.
Well, gonna pop out, pop down, and then he's gonna take 2. Well, he's gonna take out that rifle contraption, and a little like the best reference I have for it is the Anna sleep dart from Overwatch.
Okay.
If you ever played, basically that kind of gun, and then he's gonna poke his
So
head
it's
out.
basically a tranquilizer rifle. Okay. go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. He's gonna poke his head out. Double hold. These are like lightweight rifles and guns, and he's gonna come out, shoot a syringe into Ricky with a healing word.
This non-consensual hypodermic needle insertion is your calling card, apparently.
Yes, it is.
You haven't. That's a new clean needle, right?
Yes, it
That's
is.
the same one.
Max healing again, so 9 points of healing to you, Ricky. And then
Thank you.
with that firebolt rifle, it's gonna launch firebolt at the follower of the star guy.
Okay.
Ooh.
19. 6 points of fire damage.
All right. 6 points of fire damage. Well, it all adds up.
And then whoop, back in.
Okay.
Keep the dome up, dude. We were screwed without it.
It is now the soldier's turn. He will move forward 10 feet. Let me make sure that's right. Yes, 40 feet.
I don't like this.
His hands are empty. He reaches into the belt pouch, and from it he withdraws a black rod. In one hand,
Spell us.
he cracks it in half, and he does cast spell magic through it.
Yep. Saw that coming from a mile away.
Okay, wizard.
The dome is gone.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Razgar, what'd you do?
That was not me. That was him.
Did you not see the weird
Oh,
stick
fuck.
thing?
I don't know.
He drops the broken stick on the ground and draws his own weapon, a heavy crossbow, and he fires it. Joe, he doesn't like that you
What does he have against
shot
me?
him several
You
times.
shot him in the face?
You shot the man 4 times.
Yeah.
He's
So
asking for it.
was he? Well, I guess so. He's going to multi-attack at you. So let's see how he does.
He's a fighter.
Natural 20.
What?
My first.
Everybody got a sweet old inspo to make him reroll that so I don't fucking die.
You're not gonna die from one crit, maybe.
I don't know that.
Do you
Okay.
not have one?
No!
She used it. on
I'll use
something
mine.
else.
That's fine. Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you so much, dude.
No problem, Chief.
Okay.
You got this.
Reroll.
I don't like that.
21.
Yeah, that hits, but it's not gonna murder me. Take it. It's fire damage, right?
No.
Shit.
You take 13 points of piercing damage as a heavy crossbow bolt right into your shoulder.
Basically knocks me off my feet.
There is... He doesn't say anything. He might not be able to. But
It's
as
so
he
cool.
sets the crossbow down, you hear this of a windlass as he pulls it back, and then he fires again. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damage from that hit. He then will use the rest of his movement to fall back.
You fucking coward.
And then another soldier surges forward.
Boy.
Things are getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them.
There are 2 of them. And he will... he's going to choose to fire upon... Ash!
Aw,
Oh boy.
not the
Okay.
ittiest bittiest member.
Perhaps he had a thing against cats in his past life. Ash, does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. The heavy crossbow bolt that comes flying at you deals, 19 points of piercing
Oh my
damage.
god.
Ah, damn.
I
Probably
rolled
all of
super
Ash's
good.
hit points.
Then the second attack comes flying at you.
That was half of Ash's hit points.
I almost not 20 again. That's a 26 to hit.
Okay.
But we're in a bush. They can't be.
Yeah, you're in a bush. Okay, you take 8 points of piercing damage from that hit.
All right.
That is it for the soldier's turn. Which one is this? This one. The one you've already shot is going to loose a couple arrows from their longbow at you, Joe. Because you fucking shot him.
This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, except I die at the end.
More like the beginning, but yeah.
Okay, that's a 9 to hit,
Okay, that does miss.
and then a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
These 2 big bolts in my chest, I don't want to get hit again, and I dodge the next 2.
Razgar, it's your turn. What do you do?
How do I turn this thing that I made over here? Like on Foundry. I want to rotate it a little bit.
Rotate what?
I believe
This thing
it's
to the left?
control and mouse wheel.
I don't see nothing
You
there.
click it so it's selected, and then you can move it with mouse wheel. Yeah. What are you doing?
I was trying to cast Tidal Wave, but like angle it a little bit. Am I not allowed to angle things?
Okay.
It can only be in the squares, right? Like I can't angle it from like here down to here.
Let's not bind ourselves to the graphical limitations of Foundry, and instead use your words to tell me what you want.
I would like to cast Tidal Wave from here to here.
Okay.
Nice.
I just thought I would be able to turn it easier than what it was taking.
It's not. Foundry's drawing tools are not stellar. What is the width of Tidal Wave, please?
10 feet and 30 feet wide and 10 feet high.
30 feet wide, 10 feet high.
And 10 feet. No.
Okay.
It is 30 feet long. 10 foot
The
wide.
wave moves 30 feet. It is 10 feet wide and 10 feet high.
Yes, correct.
Okay. You can hit everyone but this one.
Yes, that's what I'm going for.
Okay. What is the saving throw for Tidal Wave?
Tidal Wave is a Dex 16 save, and they take half as much. They're knocked prone if they fail.
Okay.
17 damage if they fail, knocked prone, and what is that? 9 damage or 8 damage if they save. And there's water on the ground.
The first white fails. The second white fails. The third white succeeds.
Nice.
And the fourth white fails. Now for the 2 soldiers. The farther one succeeds. The nearer one succeeds with a natural 20. All right, what is the damage?
17 fail and knocks prone. 8 if they succeeded. And it's magical bludgeoning. So you see he pulls his hands away. Well, if the dome is down, let's do this. And you see a thing of crystallized water swirls around his head, and it forms a little mini tidal wave in his hand. And you see him push it, and as he does that, it comes up on that field and just wipes across them.
Very nice. Okay. As the water crashes over all of the adversaries, some of the wights immediately lose their footing, almost with no resistance, as they were drawing more arrows from quivers, and they were not paying attention to their immediate surroundings. The soldiers seemed a little bit quicker on their feet, and they actually got out of the way sufficiently enough that they were not knocked on their ass. But you got half of them.
I did good.
Anything else on your turn?
I go in the attack, and I close the hatch.
Okay, Richard, it's your turn.
All right. Just for my own knowledge, before we get too far into the campaign, how easy is it for us to tell like the health level of our party members? Like, do we like know if they're like quote unquote bloodied at half health, or
Of your allies?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you can just
I have
ask people what their
two
health
heavy
are.
bolts in my chest.
I'm never going to give anybody a hard time for being like, hey, what's your health at? Like, you can tell, you know your allies.
I've played with other DMs that have like varying degrees of like, you can tell when someone's at half health or lower, or like you can't ask at all.
So
I wanted to make sure before we get too far into it.
For note, this campaign is going to be dangerous, and so I'm going to make it, not impossible for you to know where your friends are as far as health goes.
Okay.
You can just ask, and they will be able to tell you.
Not that I have a way to heal you. It was more like for future, I should know if you're like really low, and then use my inspiration to have them re-roll a hit or something.
That's fair.
Okay.
I think if you mouse over, they don't show HP bars at the moment, but I will change that.
The enemies don't. Or,
I'm
the allies don't
about
either.
the enemies. I care about the allies. I am going to probably get myself in trouble here.
It's the way.
That.
All right. I'm trying to do measurements. Is there a way that I can, like, pivot my measurement tool and get that?
So if you're holding control, you can click while you're dragging.
That's how I do it. Okay.
And then you can right-click to remove the previous anchor.
Yeah. So if I go there, and then there. Okay, I'll be within 30 of that one at least. I'm not in the... Oh, I'm not in the selecty tool. That would do it. So I'm going to jog my way over into this tree bush area, and then fire off a pistol shot at this closest white in an attempt to kind of pull them a little out of position.
Sure. Richard, you have a pretty good passive perception.
I do. I
And
have
with-
expertise in it.
With your dark vision, granted to you by the goggles of night, you see something shining on the neck of this soldier. It reflects the moonlight, and you happen to catch a glimpse of it. I've not seen anything quite like that before.
Odd. Well, there's nothing I can do about it quite now, so for now, I'm just going to stick with my original plan of the pistol.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh,
17 hits.
Normal damage. Oh,
A 6.
crit 6.
Hey, man. It all adds up. The pistol nails this white. Now, you did... I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this pistol a single-shot pistol, or is it a revolver?
This is the Amaranth pistol.
Right. There are two kinds. I need to know if it's a revolver or a pistol. If you did not choose, then it's kind of up to you.
because originally I just put like the basic pistol in there, and I think you edited my sheet to have my quote unquote magic item be the amaranth pistol.
Okay, if this is a magic if this is the equivalent of your uncommon magic item, this should
Yeah.
be a revolver.
Okay, so it's
So
a
I'm-
revolver.
Which means you... Hold on, let me put it in your inventory real quick.
I'm holding on loosely, but I won't let go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't see HP bars.
Nope, he established that. You know
Okay.
what I do?
Technically, it's called an amaranth pepper box, but it's the
Oh.
same thing. The important note is that you can make an attack as a bonus action on the same target that you take an attack with it.
Ooh.
You're gonna give me even more competition for what to do with my bonus action?
Yeah, I thought I might. As a rogue, I don't want you to hide all the time.
He's trying to bait you to
I'm
not
sorry, it
go
was
back
more
in
that I
that-
was thinking like, I don't know if I can
bubble.
hide in this bush. I just fired off a pistol.
You are a rogue, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Just making sure.
gotta remember how I edited this last time to make sure that I had proficiency in this.
You should have proficiency in firearms.
Yes. So this is only giving me a +5, which is just my dex. So there's definitely a way to edit this. My
Customize.
brain works. But I will finish my turn before that. I will, for now, I will attempt to bonus action hide. Do I have enough like cover and everything from the underbrush here to do that?
Yeah, you could hide here.
Okay.
You might... No, you can hide here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
By the way, I couldn't get rid of this
16.
purple bar over here. It like disappeared on my screen. But
I
it's
don't
still
see
there.
it. So
don't
you might
see
need
it.
to refresh.
Good to know. Yeah, I'll just let it rock.
With a 16, yeah, just let it chill. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's not doing anything wrong. With a 16, hold on. With a 16, you feel fairly well hidden.
I feel stealthy.
The Skyrim eye seems to have closed. This white will stand up. It is hurting. It doesn't like that it's hurting. It cannot make it all the way. So it will move forward 15 feet, and it will make a longbow attack at the person who I roll on this dice. Okay, Ricky, it's going at you.
Okay, what would Ricky know? Like now that I have dark vision, what would I know about the baddies I see in front of me?
Roll me a history check real quick. It's a low DC.
Okay.
I'm just seeing that picture from Casey.
8.
I know nothing.
What you know some things. You've been fighting undead for a
Okay.
while. Whites are common. They're more dangerous than
Yeah.
zombies or ghouls or ghasts because they can restore themselves by draining the life of those they hit. They're more intelligent than the others I've mentioned, and they favor weapons over just clawing things with their hands, like the other lesser undead I've mentioned. That's what you know.
Oh man, I'm just useless unless I run up on him. So I'm gonna run up on him. Who do I want to run up on?
Do what you
s-
love.
I can tell I can tell that the one is hurting. Is that correct?
You can tell all of them are hurting.
That's forward. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell it's not looking good.
Okay, I'm gonna run up on this not looking good one first, I
Okay.
suppose.
You can tell that its limbs are shaking. The bone structure that keeps it composed, it looks like it has been battered and damaged. Whoa.
I accidentally brought the Brahma with you.
Sorry, I took the Brahma with me.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's all good.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm up on these two. I am going to actually, my rage dropped because rage is only a minute, and there's definitely been more than 10 rounds.
No, it hasn't.
So I
What do you mean? You raged
It's
last
been 10
round.
turns, but not 10 rounds.
it's 10
So
turns.
a round is.
I thought. Okay, if I still have it, I'm not gonna fight it.
You've had one. You have had one turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I'll read it. I thought I had it for 1 minute. I was like, oh, that's.
You do
long
have
gone.
it for 1 minute.
Each
round
round
is 6 seconds.
Yeah, so it's 10 rounds before you lose
got
rage.
it.
That
Okay,
way.
got it. I was doing my math wrong. Or I was giving each action 6 seconds. Okay, so I got rage. That's great.
This would be like a
the one
Dragon
that's
Ball
prone-
Z fight with how. Go ahead.
I will recklessly attack the prone one in front of me.
Okay. He's prone, so you don't need to reckless him, as you already have advantage. And when you
alright,
reckless
yeah.
attack, enemies have advantage on you when they attack you.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So anyway, thank you for that. I will run up on him, not recklessly. Just I want to
Smash.
throw my axe down on the guy.
Go for it.
On the ground. Yeah.
Roll an attack with
Alright,
advantage.
My axe. Okay. That's my axe.
Okay, so in the chat, click on attack,
Oh, sorry.
and then click with advantage. You're good.
How many times?
You'll get it. Takes a little
Sorry, I
time.
did the same
Yes.
thing.
That is a
Yes.
natural
There you
20.
go.
Hey.
Yes.
All of
Destroy
it was
him.
worth it.
Okay, go ahead and click damage and click critical.
Okay.
Yes.
And you rolled fucking beast. All right. Yeah.
28.
And I think you deal even more than that because I don't know if it adds your rage damage.
I don't think it does. I think you have to
I think you
manually add
dealt.
that.
I think you dealt 30 damage with that blow.
Yeah. So 2 more. Okay.
Well, this is a short story. As you run up to it, you drop the great axe in a great cleaving executioner style motion, and the head of the white is slopped off, and it rolls away, instantly killing it.
Yes.
Great. And that was my first attack, and I get a second attack.
You sure do.
So I'm gonna turn to this guy who's falling apart next to me. I'm just gonna swing my axe at him now.
Okay. You could reckless this one to get advantage if you wanted to.
I am gonna reckless. I am just like to table talk a little bit. I'm doing that because of the rage action that I have. That tail action gives me like a cool reaction that I can do. So
Cool,
I
cool.
will
Okay,
go
nice.
ahead and recklessly attack.
Okay, 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll get up in melee and help take some of the heat off you once
I
it's my
won't.
turn.
Well, I'm great health wise, so I'll just go chop people up.
Okay. Yeah, you deal 12 damage to this white.
Isn't it 14 with rage damage?
Yeah,
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
my,
Okay. As the great axe cleaves into the torso of this creature, you carve away a massive chunk of flesh from beneath the armor, and it just turns to you and doesn't look like it liked that very much. It is nearly dead.
that is all I can do.
Okay,
You did great.
Okay.
Ricky, it is your turn. Or Joe, it's your turn. Sorry,
Ricky,
Jokey.
go again.
Ricky, you get another
Do it
turn.
again, Ricky!
Okay, feeling the burn on those 2 bolts. I now have a blood feud with this homeboy, so I'm gonna finish him hopefully soon.
Finish
before he
him.
ends me.
Okay, go for it.
So my first shot is a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
That's not.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, it's a 29 because I'm using my. You know what I mean.
I need you to
Max
declare
damage.
it, please.
Put in like the notes of your attack that just says +1 ammo.
You deal
Fine.
17 points of damage. As you fire, the shot crushes the helmet inward on this soldier, and he immediately slumps on the ground.
Oh,
Destroyed.
he was posturing, but he was hurting. Oh,
I mean,
They're
you shot him
undead.
4 times. I shot him once.
They're undead. There's no posturing.
I don't
have
know,
emotions.
I don't know, man.
No, he was definitely posturing.
You can
So my-
you can read into it how you need to.
I need to.
Roll in
My
insight.
second attack with my goddamn +1 ammunition
Thank you.
is gonna go on the other soldier.
Hmm.
Oh, bonus action to move my hunter's mark onto him.
Okay.
And if this is my first attack against this target on this turn, I get advantage, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing great.
Hot garbage. You jinxed me as I
Well,
rolled.
your gun didn't
14
break, so that's good.
14 doesn't hit though.
No, it does not.
And missing completely.
It's a
After-
15.
After the euphoria of taking down one of them, I get in the fucking Brahma and I close the hatch.
15 doesn't hit, just for my knowledge.
No.
Okay, good.
Ow. Sorry. Okay.
I close the hatch. I'm in the Brahma.
Okay.
Hello, Joe.
This
Hi.
white, seeing you, Ricky, are up in melee, and seeing that Ash and Richard are the only ones outside the Brahma aside from you, it is going to make a decision. Okay. It steps forward past the other white
Oh
and
boy.
is going to fire upon Ash.
Not our itty bitty kitty.
No.
I was too sneaky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't know you're there. Ash, that's a 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
Ash, that is 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Fine, right?
Second longbow attack.
Oh.
That's a 16 to hit you.
Oh, he says.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
You don't have shield?
Nope.
That's 5 points of piercing damage.
I am down.
Okay.
You're the healer!
I know.
You left him outside by himself.
Yep.
I was dying too!
Yep. Well,
As
Bad kitty.
Ash goes prone, falling unconscious.
This will sort itself out.
Yo, Mike, I don't even have a healing potion.
I can handle this.
It is now
die before I
this
get to him.
white's
I can
turn.
handle this.
It is going to move up and flank Ricky,
Ricky's got this.
and it's going to try to life drain you.
That don't sound good.
It's usually not. That's a 19 to hit you. I need you to make
And
a
it
con.
does that with an is that an attack roll?
It is.
So the cool thing about my tail, if I decide to have my tail out when I'm raging, which is what I do, I have like 3 different animal things,
Mhm.
is it gives me a reaction to anybody within 10 feet, and I can roll a d8 and add that to my AC.
This might be the time.
Yes. Lock it with your tail.
Yeah. So I'll
Sweep
just
the
roll that
leg.
d8,
That's pretty good.
which that will put my AC at a 19.
My hit was a 19, so it
Damn.
does still hit. Oof.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. How do I do saving throw on this?
So
Right.
when you're looking at your
Right or
character
left?
sheet, it's on the left.
Mhm.
You just click on the attribute, and then it gives you a question. You click saving throw.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you
Well-
have your inspiration still?
I do. Thank you for that inspiration. I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
Otherwise, I was thinking of using mine.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
the
no,
con save again.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's go.
A lot better.
Okay, you succeed.
Oh.
You take 7 points
Okay.
of necrotic damage, but that's all that happens.
Nice.
Then it's going to
7, you said?
7, yes. As it withdraws its left claw-like hand from your back where it slashed into you, it will then swing with a longsword. That's a 20 to hit.
Do I get to roll my? No, one reaction.
One
turn,
reaction
right?
per
Okay.
turn.
Yep. So that hits me.
You do take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Slashing. Okay.
Slashing.
So I'll have that to 3.
That's the end of that white's turn. Ash, roll me a death saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Hold on.
if you guys
till my
recall,
turn.
I had said when you are knocked to 0 hit points, you can move prone at crawling speed, You can also choose to take an action or to take a bonus action, but as soon as you do, you gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh, right.
I love that.
It's
If
so
you can
good.
wait until my turn, I can get you out of this.
Mm,
Oh, that's
I still
That's
need that
cool.
death save, though.
are.
okay.
You are bleeding out.
Nope, you just killed
Oh, no.
yourself.
I just killed myself.
Oh god!
What?
That's what he did with his action. He just finished it.
Football
Somehow
goal.
rolled
All
a
right,
negative
well-
20.
Go ahead
on.
and just roll your death save. It's okay if the Foundry thinks you're dead, because technically you're unconscious.
Oh, well, okay. I
An
don't,
honorable Sudoku.
where is that on this character sheet? Just attributes. Death
Oh,
save.
under utility, I believe. No, it's not. Where the fuck is it?
Yes, AJ.
You succeed.
Well, I succeed.
You did it. One
did
success.
it.
You can choose to move 15 feet. I think that's half your movement.
Yeah.
You can move
But
50
if
feet
I move,
or...
I get exhaustion, right?
No. You can
It's just
move.
action or bonus action.
Okay. Paled with arrows. Can I get into the Brahma? Can I just like slide up into the hatch and just
Brawl.
plop it down in the seat?
No. You can't
No?
ascend. You can't climb, and that would require climbing up the side of the Brahma.
I do have a climb speed of 30 feet
You're on.
as a tabaxi.
He is a kitty cat.
Roll me an athletics.
Oh. Well.
Everything's
Yeah.
going fine.
Meow meow meow.
Oh.
A
okay.
9. You try.
Oh, that's the sad picture. The bloody
Oh.
paw prints. Why is he scratching at the rope?
Yeah, I get like halfway up and then
Glide back.
fuck. He'll pull out the same gun that he used on Ricky, and
You're going to exhaust yourself to heal yourself?
yep, I'm gonna
faith in me,
I'm
huh?
gonna combat medic. I'm gonna combat medic. This is the flavor of my combat medic. I'm just gonna
Oh.
pump
So you're-
myself with
Okay.
adrenaline.
So,
He's doing
you are
open heart
performing
surgery in the
your
field.
medicine check on yourself.
Mhm.
Roll it with disadvantage, because you are doing it in a hurry.
Okay.
got
Combat
I
medic.
believe in you.
This is why Zurich always had a bird to help him.
Gotcha. Well, I can't fail it.
If you cannot,
Say
yeah, if you
that.
can't get underneath a 10, you can't fail it.
Even with
I
a
cannot
nat.
fail it. But so this is how much healing I get.
18.
18.
You are exhausted, but you have 18 hit points.
Nice.
But
here
it's just
for
the
performance.
scene from Pulp Fiction. The
Yeah.
You are still prone, but you are
Basic-
fine.
Okay. Well. Then do I still have my full movement, even though I tried?
No, you spent your movement trying to climb up into the Brahma.
Okay. And I have a feature, feline agility. Okay. Yeah, I can double my speed until the end of the turn with feline agility.
Okay.
And if that will give me enough to get up and get into the Brahma, then I will do so.
Yeah, it
Close
gives you
that
15 feet of movement.
Sweet.
Okay. So, Ash, with two, like, swabs of cotton and bandage where 2 arrows were yanked out of his chest, climbs up into the Brahma.
Hey, I was just about to get you.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Can you take mine out too?
He just points a finger at her.
Okay. I'll wait.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
Close the hatch behind me.
Alrighty. Next, it's the other soldier's turn.
Oh no.
It will. Let me look at its inventory. Hold on. Okay. Richard, you watch as this soldier moves here.
I do that.
It reaches into its bag, and it doesn't pull out another dispelling black rod like the first one. It pulls out a flask, a glass one, and it throws it. The Brahma cannot move, so it will automatically fail dexterity saving throws. Razgar, are you in the Brahma?
Yeah, he was in.
I moved it just to get my token, because if I put it underneath, I'm still in.
Okay. There is a 10-foot sphere of fire.
Did he just Molotov cocktail us?
Well, dude, that looks like an alchemist. Oh.
That's exactly what it was.
Oh, he's gonna Dutch oven us.
The Brahma takes...
Does the fire stay on the outside of the Brahma?
Yes. The Brahma takes 11 points of fire damage and is immolated.
It's gonna ruin the curing of that solvent.
It actually might
Nah,
hasten
that-
it a little bit.
I was gonna say chemical reactions.
No, but my fancy design on the outside is gonna be ruined.
Your
Oh
slick
yeah, the
graffiti
the
stencil.
dirt's turned to clay. Okay,
It'll be
then
such a pain to clean off.
that will count as its multi-attack. It's a ranged attack. It will then have one melee attack it can make. So it will move up, and Ricky, it's going to stab you with a spear.
boy.
That's a natural 20.
I got none left.
I don't have any.
I have inspiration. I will use it.
Okay.
So I was listening, but also like planning my move.
All right, that's an 18 to hit instead.
You still have 19?
It still hits me.
Oh,
It's just the one reaction, unfortunately.
yeah.
Okay, you take a big stab of 8 piercing damage. Okay.
Thank you for the inspiration.
Reduce to
problem.
4.
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
Yeah.
That would be Richard. Okay.
You Richies gotta stick together.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it for the soldier's turn, as he will stay right there. It's now this
Port
white's
Town
turn.
riches.
Rick and Ricker.
This white stands up. Richard, you're still safe in your stealth, as no one's seen you.
I'll just
So this one
converge on Ricky.
is going to run to the far side, and we'll get flanking and attack.
You are surrounded.
It's going to multi-attack. The first one being its life-stealing attack. That's 17 to hit.
I really wish I would have gotten that
You still have
field
the
I'd asked you about.
AC buff,
No,
right?
It's just the one hit.
No, I can only do
Oh.
it once.
Gotcha.
I probably would be fine if I had actually given myself a shield, which I had planned to do before this, but I did not do. So I will take that hit.
Okay.
Our next
It is a
shore
con
leave, you
save,
should
yes,
buy a
please.
shield.
We'll say there's a battle axe and a shield in the back of the Brahma, and you just didn't grab it. Because
I was
that's what you
busy
wanted
cooking.
to do. Go ahead and
Yep.
roll me a con save, please.
Oh man,
That is a failure.
that's not great. All right, Richard, it's all up to you.
You take 10 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is reduced by that amount,
Yeah.
as the
Got
white
it.
seems
Okay.
to reconstitute itself and recover.
Is that well? Never mind. I'll ask later. about how that works.
Razgar, it is now your turn.
I open up the hatch. I see Ricky completely surrounded. I guess I have to go in. I'm gonna go up 20 feet. I'm gonna fucking smack my hands together and we'll pull them out. And ice is gonna come from both hands. And I'm going to cast. I might want to go here. Rhymes Binding Ice. It is a 30-foot cone, so I should be able to hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I
you're
am
in a
going
bunker.
to use
Kill Ricky.
spells to
Oh, never mind.
It's gonna hit everybody but Ricky on it.
That would look
Okay.
so cool standing in the middle of though. That like
Yeah,
swirls
so
around you.
Yeah.
You see just rows of ice come out and absolutely shred through them. Just this sparkling opalescent ice. It is going to be a 16 con save.
I
Okay.
had a brief moment of
That's
fear.
me
Anybody?
too.
And
No.
No, you don't have to make it. It's going around you.
Yeah, I sculpted it.
Cool. Sculptor.
If anybody fails, they are hindered by ice and their speed is reduced to 0.
Nice.
And they
The
take
one
half
closest to you succeeds.
Okay.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a
This one
dirtbag.
failed. This one failed.
They can chip away, use an action to break away the ice. though.
The soldier succeeds.
I hate him.
I know. The white succeeds.
So
All right.
12 points on a failure and hindered, 6 points on a success. And they all take full damage because I'm elemental adept in case they had any resistances.
Noted. Okay. Yeah, these two, the ones behind Ricky, are immediately encapsulated partially in prickling ice, and they just like just as if they couldn't quite move forward. They're upset about it.
Crawls at their ankles and their finger plates.
Anything
And
else
I'm
on your
gonna
turn?
use the rest of my movement and move back as much as I could.
Richard, it's now your turn. You are hidden.
All right. The first thing I'm going to do, I think this guy is at 30 feet. I'm going to, with my advantage, try to pick off this one straggling white by itself with my pistol.
I got one, guys.
Roll an attack with advantage.
I would love to.
And go ahead and add your sneak attack.
Your snack attack.
Love
Yeah, snack pack.
advantage.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20.
Yes, Richard.
A lot of those today.
I have a strategic decision because it's the do I want to hold my sneak attack to maybe hit like the soldier with the sneak attack because I can only do it once a turn, or
Burn
just
him.
like dump
You just-
my dice.
You just crit. I mean,
Burn
crit
him.
counts
I'll
for sneak
dump the
attack.
dice.
Come
Yeah.
on.
You gotta.
Get the dopamine of all the
Crit.
clicky clacks you get to roll.
Like, there's that, and then I think I have to go into my features and click the sneak attack button and think it should roll. Damage crit.
Oh my
A
god.
Yeah.
Fuck dude.
That's 47 points of damage. Yeah. So
Level
the white
5.
had
What?
33 health left. So as you creep up out of the brush, you line up the perfect shot, and right at the base of its skull, you just the head pops like a watermelon,
Yeah.
and the white slumps to the ground, destroyed.
I will get up into. Oh, hold on. I'm in
Get
the
a
measuring
dragon
tool,
and
not the
press
selecting tool.
space.
I'm gonna run 30 feet up to here, and as I'm running, kind of swirl the short sword up out of the holster and try to swing it into this white that I'm flanking.
You have advantage.
I do. Where's my short sword? There it is. Uh,
23 certainly
23.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Richard's on his A game right now.
Normal.
Dick. Do it.
8.
I don't have 2-weapon fighting, so it's technically 3.
Okay, it had 2 hit
Aw.
points.
Yes.
I'll take it.
He is destroyed as you slash through it with the short sword, cleaving it, and it slumps to the ground between you and Ricky.
Yeah, I'm thinking about dipping like a fighter to get the 2-weapon fighting style, so I can really rock the pistol short sword.
Ooh.
Not a
And
bad
getting
idea.
kind of like having another like beefy person to be in melee besides the barbarian.
That's the barbarian.
Yeah,
All right, I
Yeah,
believe
playing
that's
dogpiled.
all you got.
That's
I'm
all
still
I got.
feeling
That's all my
fine.
actions.
Ricky, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna turn around and recklessly attack the soldier.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
That guy just died in front of me. Let's see. So I said recklessly. So damage.
Natural
Why
20.
do you keep doing
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Just the soldier too. Fuck
Good
him
job.
up.
All right. Yeah, you crit him.
Um,
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Such a good
much
roll.
damage.
31
I think
points
there's
of
2
damage.
extra hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 2, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
How's he looking?
He is halved.
Knock his fucking block.
Okay, I'm gonna just swing my axe at him again because I have a second attack still.
Go for it. You're still reckless. Roll with advantage again.
First time he got
Okay.
hit, he pretty much
No,
Pretty
I shot
much.
him.
He
I
got
shot
shot
him.
once, but that was it.
and he saved
I
on
did
both
miss
the
the
fails
second
and took half. Okay, yeah, okay. So he's got some boys on him.
Yes, they do. 23 hits.
Okay.
You see, he kind of tries to raise the spear to parry the blow, but it goes through anyway.
Big damn.
Dang.
19.
As the great axe bites into this creature, and you see just like dead flesh and bone is falling out of these wounds that you're creating in him, he just looks at you with no mark of the pain, but you can see he's assessing the situation. He might be considering turning and running.
Sounds like he's a little bitch.
Yup.
Anything else on
I'll-
your turn, Ricky?
For a free action, just for a free action, over my shoulder, I'm gonna yell like, "Thanks for the support" to Richard for running up and joining me.
No problem.
All right, Joe, you're up. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at Ash. He's fine. I'm gonna pop open the hatch.
Uh-huh.
You have more hit points than I do now. And I'm going to aim at my good old pal and fire.
All right, go for it.
Bruh. Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
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 Yeah, bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
Natural 20.
What is going on here? Okay,
It's clean up o'clock.
I guess so. Go ahead and roll damage.
Guess what I forgot to do, guys?
They took out
Declare
all
that
the
it was +1.
I just imagine after Ash goes down, everybody just goes into a frenzy, I guess.
Oh, Ash, you are hurt? I did not even notice.
And my hunter's mark is doubled too, so yes. No more.
Yeah.
Why is it
Oh,
rolling
God.
2d6?
Because my hunter's mark is doubled.
No, max.
You're rolling from D&D Beyond. That's why.
Oh,
It's max normally though.
it should just be max. It shouldn't be rolling it twice.
Oh, sorry. I did that manually.
So 8
Never mind,
plus
I rolled a
17
5.
is 25.
Plus 6 is 11 then.
So 36 points of damage in that shot.
Yeah.
As you level
was-
the rifle,
He was facing Ricky. Just got him in the back of the head.
you aim soundly for the center of the back of his dome. And as you pull the trigger, Ricky, suddenly there is nothing but a bloody mess standing in front of you
Yeah.
as he is destroyed.
I'm
You just hear
cackling,
Joe yell.
Like, I think it's the most amazing thing.
You hear Joe yell, "I got him!"
No collateral?
Not yet. And then I'm gonna. I have a second shot, so I'm gonna aim at this guy.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark onto
Plus
him.
1 ammo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my fucking +1 ammo this time.
I like to think
Jesus.
you have the revolver rifle, right? You just have like random bullets in each one.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot every single time.
You accidentally put the magic bolts and the normal bolts in the same box.
Fuck.
21 hits. Yeah, every time she loads, she just dumps the cylinder in the box and wonders what she gets.
Aw, minimum damage. But I get my Hunter's Mark on top of that.
Plus 1.
+1. Thank you. So 7 + 4 is 11 total.
Nope, 7 plus 3, because the Hunter's Mark doesn't use your plus 1.
Right. I need that.
Get fucked.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Joe?
She yells to the Rick squared, "Good luck!" and then shut the hatch.
Rick squared.
All right. This white's seeing the tide has turned, drops its longsword on the ground and is going to just try and make all life drain attacks on you, Ricky, as it goes into a frenzy.
That's not good.
So I'll use my reaction just this first time.
Okay, that's a 22 to hit.
Well,
Save your reaction.
bummer. I mean, let's see what happens.
You could roll it. You could roll high.
Oh.
Nope.
6 plus what?
15, so I'm at 21. You said.
Damn.
Roll me a con save. That is successful. You take 3 points of necrotic damage, and that's it. It attacks again for an 18 to hit.
Yep, that is
Okay, roll me a con save, please.
another con. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Ricky, you've
A
rolled
lot
an
of 20s.
obscene number of 20s today.
Okay, you take
Yeah.
8 points of necrotic damage, but that's all that happens.
8.
8, yes.
Okay.
Ash, it's your turn.
Okay. Exhausted, he's going to stand up. Joe, you're back in the Brahma, yes?
Yes.
After you fired?
Mhm.
Okay. He takes a peek out, sees the tides that has turned. Stay safe. And then he'll fire his a firebolt at this. Well, hold on. This one is restrained, right?
It's grappled.
Or grappled. No advantage. So no advantage then.
No
right?
advantage.
I was gonna say, I think they
Gotcha.
were prone from the tidal wave, but I think they're. Oh no,
Their
frozen
feet
ice.
are encased by ice.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So just a regular old firebolt.
Just a plain Jane old ball of fire. Yep, that hits.
Yeah,
Go ahead
yeah.
and roll damage.
All right. 8 points of
8.
fire damage.
Okay, the fire crashes into the chest of the white, and it doesn't like that it's being peppered. Well, it can't move, but it doesn't have much left. It's falling apart.
He sees that he hits, and then he's gonna dip back down. Combat catchphrase.
Oh,
He says
Oh.
that?
Yeah.
so funny. Hilarious.
Oh, God. All right. It's now this
Hopefully
white's
those aren't your
turn.
last words, Ash.
Richard just rolls his eyes and goes, academics.
Damn charisma.
This one
Let's go.
cannot move, and it's not going to waste its time trying to break away at the ice. It rolls a 15 to hit. Ricky, does that hit you?
Yep, that's my armor class.
Oh, you are squishy. Okay. It deals 7 points of slashing damage as it's using a longsword.
Okay.
Half to
So
three.
half of that.
And then a 23 to hit.
Yep.
If the 15 hit, that certainly does. And that is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Razgar, it's your turn.
I tried to get them to swing at me instead. I put myself out there.
Okay. Are both of these looking pretty damaged?
Oh, yeah, they're pretty fucked up.
Both of them?
This one is more fucked up now. This one healed itself off of Ricky's life force.
Okay. I'm going to take out a diamond out of my bag, and I am going to swirl it around in my hand, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on the one that is hurt more. So I'm assuming
Okay, roll
this
me a
one.
spell attack.
Yeah.
And what kind of damage is it?
It is going to be cold.
Okay,
I think that's.
I'm sensing a theme, yeah.
A little bit.
The white dragon
20.
with the white dragon one with the
Still
big like
alive.
Russian Siberian accent.
Yes, the 20 hits.
Okay, and this is going to be 9 damage.
It is
Really
destroyed.
bad. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait,
It wasn't even worth your full effort.
Nice. I roll minimum 2.
Anything else?
And feel a little more confident.
I'm just gonna roll up to him.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Maybe
The
not
wizard in
straight up to
melee.
him.
I'm gonna go right
Not
here.
melee.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm,
You're
gonna
not
go,
feeling that confident.
I'm gonna go right here.
The testicular
Kinda angle it
fortitude of
off.
this wizard.
I'm not letting it get away. That'll be mine. I
Okay.
play barbarian and an artificer in my other campaigns. and- Sorry.
Richard, it is now your turn.
Right. Richard will come sliding around the backside here to flank this bad boy.
Okay. You will gain
We're-
flanking if you're directly opposite, Ricky.
Oh, it's got to be directly? All
Yeah,
right.
yep.
Well, I have the movement. Might as well do it. I'm going to start by just swinging the short sword.
Okay, roll an attack with
Style
advantage. A 20 hits. Go ahead and roll
dirty
damage plus your
20.
sneak attack.
All right. So normal. And then
Snake is snake.
it's the fact that sneak attacks is in the features page, which is a different tab.
Yeah.
So it takes a sec. Normal. For a total of 17.
Nice.
The white almost crumples to the ground, but is still able to constitute itself as it whips around and looks at you.
And then bonus action, I have the gunner feat, so I don't have disadvantage from firing a pistol in melee.
It's
Kind
true.
of like up into its ribs.
Okay, roll an attack.
I
At
don't
advantage.
know if I
Advantage?
flank. Okay, I was gonna say, can I flank with a pistol in melee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
The roll.
Roll
assuming a
your
23
damage.
hits.
It super does.
And then ignore the +5 because I don't have 2 weapon fighting, so only 3.
Richard, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I come whipping around and I just kind of like with the short sword. I gotta get the camera up.
I'm glad that you're standing.
Please ignore my fat belly. Oh, I get into things. Just kind of like come across its like chest as it spins to try to pull its attention away from Richie, and as it looks at me, just like up into its ribs, just
Okay.
potentially spraying some gore into Richie.
Oh, yeah.
He's covered in gore.
Ricky's
After I blew that soldier's head off, like painted.
I'm loving
The
it. I am just like wildly laughing.
the barely
Stop
constituted
burning
breastplate
it all.
that the white wore as armor basically explodes outward like a burst can as gore, viscera, spine, bone, organ that has long since deteriorated goes flying out the back and top of this creature. It smells pretty rancid, but you've
Into
smelled
Ricky's
worse.
face.
Ricky, this white that you were dealing with is handled. As the combat ends and this white is destroyed, it is quiet.
Too quiet.
All quiet.
Yeah, I was about to say.
On the Serisian front.
Mm-hmm.
Bow, now, 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 now.
Yeah.
She's gonna say, "Is it
Come
over?"
on, ready to wear the flag.
And Ash takes a peek out. Yeah, sit down,
Thumbs up.
and I'll careful doctor you.
Take your time.
Be careful,
Yeah, I'll
doctor.
take my time. Yeah.
It's gonna take some time.
I am going to, while they're doing that, I am going to start head to toe searching the two
Yes.
soldiers first.
I was gonna say Richard's gonna specifically
No, it's
look for that
combat.
little shiny necklace thing he saw.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Well, Richard, you do find it. It is an amulet that has a almost. It looks like it's obsidian, but with a piece of silver inset into it. And you see that there is a symbol that you recognize as the symbol of the followers of the star. The interesting part is that this amulet has 3 holes drilled through it. It looks like it serves a purpose more than just an amulet. With your investigation that I'm going to need from you right now, Razgar.
I was a 13 healing to you since
You.
I was exhausted.
16 investigation?
With a 16, you find 2 flasks of alchemist's fire.
Yes.
You
The
find
Brahma's still on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll put it out.
It's taking damage right now.
Oh, I'll put it out. I'm resistant to fire, so it won't hurt me too bad. I'm just patting it out.
You still take some damage. We'll handle that
but
in a
I'm
moment.
resistant. It's fine.
Great. You actually watch all your careful work just be undone. Okay, so Razgar, you also find one additional black stick. This rod that feels like it's made of glass or crystal. You are not sure what it is, but you've seen them used before.
Okay.
They are a trick of the followers of the star.
Like equivalent to a dispelling stone? Or do I not know yet? I'm gonna wind up casting Identify on it, but we'll get to that.
Okay. We'll deal with that then. You also find 4 rusty and really in shitty conditions long swords. You find 2 spears that barely are holding themselves together. You find 2 heavy crossbows that are in really good condition. You find 36 crossbow bolts. If you want to keep track of all of that stuff, you're not going to be able to haul this unless you have a bag of holding.
Anybody who wants any of those things, I'm a wizard. I don't give a fuck about any of them.
I was gonna say I don't.
So if you want it, I'm making a pile right now. Anything you want, put in your inventory out of all those things. Because I'm not taking any of them.
I don't need the
Thanks.
crossbow.
All of my ranged stuff is better than those crossbows.
The crossbow, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
The Krolts.
That's right.
Thank you.
When you do identify the black glass rod, you learn it is called a purging rod. You break it with your intention focused upon a single magical effect, and it acts as a 3rd level dispel magic. It's one use.
For
It's like-
3rd level. And what about, I'm going to do it on the amulet as well, I guess?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Richard will specifically walk over to Argar and go, "This seems a little bit more in your wheelhouse than mine."
Are you ritually casting this, or are you doing it with spell slots? Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Ritual
Okay,
cast.
then we'll handle that later.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was not a quiet fight.
You are in the forest. The sounds of your combat do seem to have been more isolated than they were when you were out on the plains. Those with higher than 15 passive perceptions, you don't hear the approach of any enemies, at least not yet. The intense stillness of the wildlife being gone from the intense activity that just occurred makes it easy to hear there's nothing around. So as we finish that fight,
Oops, I was just gonna say, while they search the bodies, I'm not staying around. I'm gonna go back to the Brahma.
okay.
I gotta take a break.
I'm putting it out.
Okay. Joe. The alchemist fire is remarkably difficult to extinguish.
Shit. I take off my duster coat and start whapping at it.
I need you to roll me a dexterity check.
Dexterity check, alright. God damn it. It went from a 14 to a 6.
So
An 11. You do manage to extinguish the fire after a full turn of just beating on it. But you do take a significant amount of fire damage.
Oh, and that's what Ash is for.
You keep saying this.
I used my big heal on you already.
You take 17 points of fire damage over that turn. Great.
So, what, 8?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You see that the Brahma has taken more fire damage than you did.
Oh, shit.
It is still in reasonable repair. No ammunition was detonated, which is good. But the outside of it is a little bit cracked and worn from the fire having burnt away some of the finish, I suppose.
Oh, the pinup girl I painted on it.
Did my dirt help stop some of that?
It's magical fire, but I'll say sure, it looks like maybe it did.
Okay, I'll take it.
Some of the finish. You.
And this, I need to know what for the next minute exactly what you guys are doing.
Um,
I was gonna do more mold earth to cover this, but I want to, once I'm done with that, I wanted to ritually cast Lehman's tiny hut next to this, not like within it, so part of it's in there. I want to do it so we have enough room to be able
All
to
right, we are
rest.
now. You're diving 30 minutes into the future here.
That's what he starts to do.
The next, no, he's ritually casting identify right now.
No. I'm gonna do identify in the thing.
Okay.
So my next minute would be to do the mold earth on it and make it just blend in.
Those Mario 64
I'm doing this. I'm
polygons.
committed to this.
Why didn't you use the mold earth to put out the fire?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even realize it was still on fire.
My hands are extra crispy.
You should have said something. My back
You
was turned
ruined
all the
Ash's
time.
handiwork, is what you did.
I'm gonna be honest. When something is on fire, you should probably let others know that it's fire.
it was
I'm a
visible
tiefling.
to you the whole time you were outside.
I did not look at it once.
Well, it's not on fire now, and
Yeah.
that's a win.
Okay, I am going to continue to camouflage it, and I will get the bubble up.
Buble.
The buble. So I guess I'll spend a minute
I
doing the
thought-
mold earth thing.
Okay, roll me a spell casting check.
Yee.
I thought we were gonna lock the Brahma and then use the bubble for rest, long rest.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
He's trying
Okay.
to
I would, like,
disguise the Brahma.
Camouflage it.
He piles earth all over the Brahma without the concern of making a moat. You have a bit more earth to work with. It's you more just basically covered it in dirt, and it looks more like a pile of earth. And you change it to look like a bush.
I don't know if the bush thing's a great idea, but
Um,
I don't know if there's any better idea.
It can't hurt.
It's
Can
a
I
bush.
step in with my thing that I do over this period of time?
Yes.
Yeah, say something.
Yeah, when I see Razgar doing that, Joe will sigh, step into the tree line, start gathering like larger sticks and brush to help disguise
Ah, okay.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Roll me a
Finally.
survival ranger.
While they're doing all this, I'm going to ritually
Okay.
put out a thread for an alarm around the entire
it.
campsite.
No one's gonna take our fucking tank.
Okay, that's going to take you 11 minutes. All right. Well, that's happening.
So for my thing, and you can you can time this where it needs to be in like the 5 minutes. Rich will go. Wasn't there some of a report of like a dark wave or a shadow boom or something like that?
Shadow burst is what you know they're
Burst.
called.
That he's specifically messing it up.
Cool.
How irreverent.
Something about that?
Yes.
He did not pay attention in the briefing.
The shadow burst was detected in our area, so we need to be careful. I think the Brahma will be fine, but we need ourselves need to be careful.
Roll me an Arcana, Ash.
Oh, wait, hold on. 16 disadvantage. 16.
16. The simplest way you know of to deal with shadows is to have light.
Okay. Right. The Brahma has a light, yeah?
It does.
Do you need light?
But
Are you saying that out loud?
The Brahma has several lights. The Brahma has 2 main lamps that you can use for just travel in dark places. It has a spotlight on top, which is not in good condition. The spotlight is one of the things that was malfunctioning. You could try to repair it, but the spotlight basically applies a daylight effect to where it points.
Just okay. So I'm just imagining this bush with the spotlight up at the top.
Yes.
It's nestled right underneath the cannon, so it's not so obvious.
Okay.
Because it would be an easy
well,
target.
I'm sorry to do this to you, but I think we should activate the spotlight on the Brahma.
It doesn't work. You need to repair
Or repair it.
it.
I think getting it to move is a little
You
more
need
important than the spotlight
light?
right now.
I am going to take out a simple. I'm going to take out a flask from my thing and cast light on it. Can I cast light on multiple things?
You can. I think you can have up to 3 instances of light, or I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me look at it.
So ends if you cast it again or dismiss it. No, just one.
Here's the
Okay.
thing: if we get that spotlight working, it will repel all of the shadows. That won't.
Okay, I also have the bubble as well. So if you want to work on that while I do that, this will be a temporary fix, and I'll put the flask down on the ground in between us, and I will start ritually casting Lehman's Tiny Hut, like over here.
Okay.
I'll
Ricky?
grab the flask of light and kind of hold it up while he's working on the spotlight.
You're holding the
Rick
flashlight for your
Squared, I
dad.
need your
Yeah,
help.
basically.
Your dexterity and your strength. I need your help with the spotlight.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
I will try to
The
work
kid
with
who
Ricky
holds the
and
light.
well, Ricky and
That's what I
Richard.
said.
Okay. Hold on. One at a time.
I turn away from the soup that I've been trying to salvage this entire time.
It's become more of a reduction now.
Man.
It's a gravy.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying though.
It's.
We just had a big fight. We need a good meal now.
That's
True.
fair. Ash, what are you doing?
Enlisting Rick Squared to help me with the spotlight with any strength based or dexterity based, because I'm not good at either of those, and I
Okay,
have disadvantage.
this is entirely intelligence-based repair.
Okay. Very well.
It is
Then-
complicated arcane circuitry.
I'm holding the
The-
flashlight for Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can he
Ricky
He
sees
can
that
give you
and
the
turns
help
around
action.
And goes right back to the soup.
Yes.
Okay.
That's me
Alright,
giving the
yeah.
help action.
All right. So Richard will help me. Not
Razgar.
Ricky.
Razgar, what are you doing?
I am starting ritually casting the dome.
Okay. Joe, what are you doing?
I'm helping. I'm doing the finishing or more effective touches on
Okay.
disguising the Brahma.
From the mold earth and the survival, I want you to roll me a stealth plus 10 at advantage for the Brahma as you disguise it.
Fuck.
Okay, so a 36. The
Brahma.
Brahma basically looks like a pile of earth and grass. It doesn't look like a Brahma.
Was that what you were going for, Razgar?
Nice touches.
Yeah. Well, you got the foundation. I just put some leaves on top of it.
You flattered me. I appreciate it though. Let me get back to this cast though. I'm still casting ritually.
Ricky.
I'll go help Ricky with the soup.
Okay, Ricky, roll me survival at advantage, as you now have Joe's aid.
I'm pretty good at cooking.
Nice.
18. You manage to make a meal off of this reduction into something that anybody who consumes it will gain 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Woo.
Giving myself that right now.
Ash, you and Richard are working on the Spotlight. The Spotlight is a interesting device. This one has clearly seen a lot of battle. It looks as though it was directly hit by electrical magic. The housing that holds what looks like a pure white, almost like a quartz stone in the middle, the housing is blackened and jarred. And the first step is you need to get it back to at least close to polished so that it can reflect light. So, I need you to roll me basically a tools check, an intelligence plus proficiency check.
Okay.
It is at advantage, but you're exhausted, so it's a straight roll.
Yep. 10.
10. It takes you a long time. It takes almost a half an hour just to get this housing polished up. And while you're working on it, the dome is put up, the objects are identified, meals are dished out. Finally, you get the housing to the point where you think it will not work as it used to, but be enough to function. A bowl of Ricky stew is passed to you.
Ricky stew.
Hey.
You almost done? My arm's getting tired.
Yeah. Done. This will have to do. I'm tired.
You've gotten the housing to a condition where it should work. Now it comes to the actual magical property of the spotlight. And as you look at the gem within, it is cracked and damaged. As an artificer, this is a magical crystal. Repairing this sort of thing requires banacite, it requires heat, and it requires time. You could replace it if you could find another gem just like it. This is what is referred to in the garages as a lightstone, but it's in the past been called a gem of brightness.
Did any of those guys, the followers of the star, have any gems on them?
Not that I, just the amulet I gave Razgar, to my knowledge.
I only checked the soldiers. I did not look on at the whites. They did not look like they had much of anything I wanted to touch.
They are smarter. They might have something on them.
They look pretty fucking gross, though. Did you see all that shit on them?
No.
Well, that's all over Ricky,
Who
who is making the stew.
Yeah, you can smell it right now. It's all over me.
Yes, this is not.
And she's the one
Oh.
cooking.
It's added
This
zest.
is gonna take some time. Huh. Can I use my magical tinkering to try and make an object with a magical property? Will that work? Can I try that?
Perhaps.
I'm gonna try that. Because
Okay.
I got 5 of those. It's a tiny magical object.
So, you can create a tiny magical object of your choice that can remit like a 5-foot radius of light or a 6-second long recorded message, those sorts of things. If you're trying to build a replacement gem,
Not gonna do it.
it would not be close to how powerful it should be. You might have a functioning spotlight, but it would not function as a daylight.
The daylight? Okay.
Put the light flask in there. That should suffice.
Right.
That is an option. You could put a bottle in there that's glowing with light.
Or we can keep it inside the dome with us. I don't know if the shadows can get in here.
You would know that they could not, Razgar.
We have.
The
Do
shadows
we have?
cannot get in here.
Do we have extra banacite in the Brahma?
Check the glove box.
Check the glove
Check
box.
the
Can I
glove
check
box.
the glove box?
You check the glove box. You do not see any banacite.
Do we fall under the seat? Check under the seat.
Ash,
roll
you,
back there.
Ash, you know Silver's Reach wasn't built in a day. You can't fix everything when you want to. We might just need to make a pit stop.
Oh,
For now, we will be safe tonight in here.
hopefully.
And the stew is delightful. Good job, Ricky.
All
Don't
right,
tell
well,
anybody that I saw pieces of gore from Ricky fall into the stew.
What?
Where do you think those hit points came from?
I think it'll build up immune systems.
Oh, God.
The Brahma's hidden from now for now, so let's I guess let's
Try and take a long
We can-
rest.
try and take a long rest. Yeah.
What did I get off the identifier for amulet?
Nothing. It's not a
at all?
magical item.
Or just throw it away. I throw it outside the dome.
Wait.
It's got at
Okay.
least silver in it. Might be
Ash,
useful.
go,
would like
Ash,
to
go, Ash goes to grab the amulet.
Okay.
Looks like a
Rich is like,
religious
last time I
symbol
give
of-
you anything, I find.
It is not magic, and it looks like a religious symbol of these, and I am not a fan of them. So if you want
There's
it,
no
by all means,
religion anymore. Hasn't been in a long time.
regardless.
It's just an amulet, just something that goes around the neck.
It is an amulet. I described it before. It is a rectangular shaped amulet with the symbol of the followers on the star on the top, but with 3 holes drilled through the bottom.
Could come in handy if we ever need to maybe pass as a follower of the
It looks
the
as though
Cult of the Fallen Star.
it looks as though it was designed with a purpose, or Mr. Artificer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can I glean any? Can I try and inspect it and figure out what that purpose was?
Can you glean what its purpose was?
Yeah, because those
Um,
3 drilled holes might mean something. I don't know.
Roll me an investigation check.
Yay, disadvantage.
Still good.
Not bad. 21.
Not bad, he says.
21. The holes are drilled in an unusual pattern. They're not equidistant. You think they may be some sort of... maybe a key? Maybe they fit somewhere?
Razgar chucks it out the fucking door.
No, the
I don't-
MacGuffin.
I don't like these motherfuckers. I don't want their thing with this symbol on it.
I don't want their thing.
As you all kind of ready yourselves to try and rest, camp watch order.
Hey, ooh.
Please
Alright.
arrange yourselves in what watches you will take.
Ash, you were looking a little rough. I think you should take last watch. Get some sleep.
Yeah. So I
Otherwise, you're gonna
have taken no damage and expended no resources because I'm a rogue.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty
I-
typical of rogues, yeah.
Yeah.
jump.
I will take first watch, and so if like anything happens, I don't lose anything or stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you want me in the middle, directly under it?
It doesn't matter. It's OCD. All right. And if anybody, this is also, watches are a good opportunity if you want there to be an in-character conversation that happens on camera. So if any of your characters in particular want to talk with another player, you can. But as we hop into first watch, okay, Ricky and Ash are taking fourth. Razgar's taking second. Joe's taking third. All right, Richard. As everyone else nestles into the dome to try and relax and recover from the harrowing day you've just had, which is pretty typical of your adventures so far on this job. Every day has been rough. I'd like you to roll me a perception check and a D100.
I would love to do both of those things. We're going to start with perception because I found it first.
Noise.
Real
roll.
big. And then we're going to go with the D100.
Almost the answer to life.
Almost. So close.
41.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like sitting up, kind of trying to like clean some gore and bits off myself as I'm kind of sitting quietly. I guess along, still in the dome, I think, but like on the outside edge and kind of patrolling around it.
Okay, if you are staying in the dome then.
Yes, because I can still see out of it with no issues. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
As
I took them off, but Richard still has the goggles.
the light is dim, but the moon is high. And as you are looking out into the woods, you see movement in the trees that makes you uncomfortable, but it's not approaching, nor is it leaving. It seems as though it is moving perpendicular from where you are looking. And then it's gone, and then you see more of it. And then it's gone once again. And it is only when passing over one of the bright white spots cast by the moon you catch sight of a nearly formless black humanoid shape with long draping claws hanging from black oily fingertips, and you can't tell if it's human, orcish, goblin. You can't tell if it's big or small, really. It's too dark, but what you can tell is that's a shadow, and it doesn't seem to know you're here.
Yeah, I weigh my options for a minute, and I'm like, I don't want to interrupt the rest of our spellcaster and our people who have a good chunk of their insides on the outsides. So I'm gonna just kind of watch that area and any movement, and just kind of, when I wake, I think Razgar's got the next watch. I'm gonna be like, hey, there were some shadows moving on like the far side of the I'm assuming based on the other map, like the far side of the clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beyond your normal range of dark vision, and the only reason you saw it was because of reflected moonlight.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye out. Thank you for the heads up.
Yeah, and I will hand him the goggles of night.
Oh, perfect.
They're not attunement, so that works.
I don't think they're attunement.
They can be shared just fine. Okay, Razgar. Roll me perception and a D100, please.
I'm good at these.
Good.
7.
You are distracted.
And 10.
Over your watch, you are concentrating on something. Maybe your notes, maybe where you're from, maybe the gem in your hand. As you sit there, occasionally looking up to look around when you think you hear something, but most of the time during your watch, you spend it maybe not keeping the best watch. But nothing disturbs you. Ash, you are awoken by the silent ringing of bells in your mind.
Oh.
Fucked up.
When you sit up and look around, Ash, you see something that cannot help but strike a little bit of fear in your heart. As opposite where you are sleeping, and next to the Brahma, you see that looming just outside the bubble are 4 dark, oily humanoid forms, as if they are pressed up against the bubble.
Oh, with my back to it? Just like...
Yeah.
Everything is okay.
I
I hate that so much.
Ash will wake up and then look across at Razgar, and
Get the thumbs
like
up.
wide-eyed, he will just press his finger to his lips, and just like in the shush kind of motion, and he'll just silently try not to freak out. I'm gonna try to roll a deception check
Okay.
to try and not trouble Razgar.
I look
Okay.
over at you, I'm like, okay, thumbs up and shit. Like,
Perfect.
okay,
6.
it's fine.
6. Ash looks spooked.
The big wide cat eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dilated.
Up like,
He just
So dilated.
he tries to dismiss it, but he's clearly something has
Like my ears are pinned back, like terrified.
I put my hands up in the air, like, what's wrong?
And I'll just same finger, just kind of like do the turnaround motion.
I turn around and look, it's just like right there.
They're right behind you. They're looming over you. One of them has their claws up and are stroking against the bubble as if trying to figure out what it is that they are pressed against, but it seems as though maybe they sense something. They don't have faces, at least not as far as you can tell. It's like looking into blackness.
I'm gonna stand up and move a little bit back and forth. I want to see if like their demeanor follows me.
Well,
They does a little bit. It's as though they
Okay.
just shift in your direction slightly.
this is my watch now, and I will keep watch.
Okay.
On second watch.
They don't
Terrified.
leave.
I hate this.
Wow, my thing didn't even pick that up because I was trying to whisper. We will have to wait until the morning.
Just a slow nod. Just, I think throughout the whole watch, she'll just stare at him through the bubble.
Okay.
Fucking horrible way to spend your time.
All right.
In fact, I'll try to sketch him.
Oh dear. Okay. Why would you do this? They're horrible. Shadows are grotesque, but not because they are so vividly disgusting, but in that they have so little information about what they look like. It's as if you're looking into a Vanta Black figure, and as you're trying to record details of them, it's almost as if those details escape your mind the instant you try and put it to paper.
Okay. Because, yeah, Ash is terrified, but the academic brain in him, it will just, this is going to be great at the A&A. Like, for research purposes.
Yeah. Okay. That is what happens during that watch. How do you end your watch? Do you awaken Joe?
Yep.
I fell asleep.
So yeah, Ash will wake up Joe, very gently and softly, and then, okay, don't scream, but we have company. We have watchers.
What a fucking horrible way to wake me up. Hey,
Just-
don't scream. What the fuck, Ash?
Sorry. And he'll just point over to the company that we have.
She pantomimes screaming because she wants to, but she's not going to because she was told not to.
He'll pat her on the shoulder. Good luck, and go to sleep.
Oh my god. Okay. How do you handle this, Joe? You have 4 of these undead shadows pressing themselves against the bubble.
I don't know how she'd handle that.
Their forms are almost amorphous. At times, it almost looks as though they blend together, as if their bodies are made of smoke.
I don't know how Joe would react to that. She's not a really big fan of undead things. And these kind of suck.
Bad time to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she would just... She wouldn't... Like, she would be very stiff. She wouldn't budge. Or, like, she'd be worried about making too much noise. Or even, like, moving, even though she doesn't think that they quite know she's there. They do have that tracking, so...
Yeah.
She just holds still and watches them watch her.
Roll me a perception check and a D100.
12 on my perception. 37 on my D100.
Hold on. Yeah, that 12's not great. It isn't for most of your watch until near the very end of it that you realize there are more than 4. You don't know when more arrived, or even if they did. Suddenly you realize that there must be 6 or even 8 of them. But that's where your watch ends.
Uh-huh. What happened? When did Rasgar change shifts?
Rasgar was
it?
always second watch. Ash was awoken by his alarm spell.
Oh, okay. All right. So I wake Ricky up.
Okay.
And instead
Ricky's sleeping like a baby. Just someone would have woke me if they got closer.
Ricky, you've completed a long rest.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Do I
I
get
would,
the hit points back
Yes, you do.
that were sucked
all
out of me?
comes
Okay.
back.
Lovely.
When
Okay.
Joe shakes you awake, the first thing you see is her just putting her fingers to her lip to indicate to be quiet, and then she gestures to the shades surrounding the. Yeah.
I look around and I grab my axe 'cause I don't know what else to do. So
Yeah,
grab the axe.
you
I,
see
like-
that this dome is surrounded.
Coated, if you will.
There are shadows all around the dome. They slowly move as if they are aware there are entities beyond the dome they can't see. And as you shift and move, some of their heads seem to track you. But not all of them. Some of them are clearly tilted down as they're looking at the ones closer to the edge of the dome to them. It's... yeah, it's not great.
At some point, Joe would just put her hand over Richard's mouth.
What do you do? Or do you do anything?
I mean the dome's still there, so no, I'm just gonna. I think I'll pace a little bit and just like, keep eyeing
Watch the
everybody,
heads
make sure
turn
everything's
and follow
okay.
you.
Yeah, but just kind of pace.
If you're moving,
And,
if you're walking around inside the dome, all heads follow you.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's not upsetting at all.
Thank God I'm a wizard. Because this would be a rough night's sleep without it.
Yeah, no, I think I'll do like a little bit of pacing, but I think that'll be like the thing that kind of gets me through it, right? Is like watching them like follow me back and forth, and I can just get a little more angry every time it happens.
Sure. I'm going to require a perception check, but it is a disadvantage because you can't see much beyond them.
Yep.
Five. Yeah, they're crowding the
Big ol'
walls of the dome. You can't see anything beyond them. Roll me a D100.
How many more shadows show up? Oh my god, 100. What have you done?
Wow.
That's either great or terrible.
I've never rolled like this in a night. 3 or 4 nat 20s.
And the
a
gods
100.
come back from their hiatus.
Yes!
I was gonna say I've played D&D for over 20 years. I think I've only ever rolled like 1 or 2 100s on a D100.
This has been an exceptional session for dice. Let me say that.
Statistical anomaly.
The reason
She's
why
not gonna
your perception is so poor is you can't really see the forest beyond the shadows outside your dome. You can't tell how many there are. But as that is a truth that you have to deal with.
Maybe there's even 100 of them.
There could be 100 of them. No. As that is a reality you will have to deal with. I'm going to show you what it looks like as the suns begin to rise.
That's so scary.
Oh.
Oh
Look at those things.
Did you say suns plural?
Yes, there are 2 suns.
Okay.
One of them's blue.
One of them is
Nope.
blue. The other one is
Oh, that's
yellow.
cool.
Dooch, you've been in my campaign for almost a year.
You never mentioned the second sun.
I sure
in that
have.
Campaign. No, not in that campaign. You haven't.
Every time the suns rise, I've said it. Okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
See the Pantheon list, dude.
as the suns are rising,
That's a good point.
And Razgar, you stir because your mental clock tells you your dome is about to end. That is where we will end tonight's session, and we will handle this when we come back.
We're playing for
Oh.
time, boys and girls.
Oh man, I got a light spell.
Itty bitty candlelight, basically.
No. It sheds. Yeah. No, bright light for 20 feet.
Okay.
An additional 20 feet of dim, so 40 feet. It's a pretty big light spell.
Light, particularly like the light spell, does not negatively affect shadows. They just tend to avoid it, as you've seen. Like, they won't cross it if they don't have to. It's not like it hurts them.
Yeah.
So,
Now that you've conjured my nightmare for the next 2 weeks.
it'll be fine.
Richard just opens his eyes. Oh, did anything happen? The shadows get any? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So about that shadow burst, what happened with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
did they get any closer? They were on the other side of the hill. God.
As it comes close to that time, we have to do our player-voted RP for today's session. It was mostly combat and dealing with the situation from last session. These things happen. But it was what I thought would happen. So, well done on taking care of that situation and not letting anybody actually die. Yay!
Woo, not death.
We're going to start.
Yeah.
We're going to start at the top. AJ, who do you think earned an inspiration point this game?
Oh boy. I was thinking I was gonna have to go first. I am going to give it to Rastgard because I loved all of your descriptions of your spells. Like I loved that, and very appreciative for the ice spell in particular, and not hitting me with it. But all of the descriptions I thought were awesome.
That's an evocation wizard specialty. I'm gonna nuke
Yeah.
something, but I'm gonna try to avoid my friends while I do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Class.
I'm gonna give it to Richard for his just tactics are very sound in flanking and helping out, and just did a really good job in the battle.
Yes, you did.
Well done. Okay.
I was muted. Thank you.
Dooch.
I'm giving it to AJ for the soup. She's very worried about the soup. She went back and saved the soup.
Damn it, dude, you took mine.
And I like how her solution to most problems are very barbarian. I grab my axe. I play barbarian sometimes, and that is what you got.
Okay. Keysby.
I'm gonna be selfish. I'm going to give it to Bo just for like having the back and forth in character of like Joe and Richard arguing. I'm like, they want you back in the dome. Why are they? I just enjoyed that. For me, that was fun for me.
Okay. Pen.
I want to give it to Ricky because she's surprisingly much cuter than I was anticipating when she was first introduced as a character, because barbarian and obviously some rage issues, obviously, and some, terrible stuff in her past that maybe she doesn't remember. Who knows? But she got so excited when she was looking for herbs and she found some that she recognized, and she was like, ah! And she took on the onus of providing soup for the crew and then salvaging it after the fight, and that's an aspect of barbarian that sometimes often isn't explored, because I'm the angry one, I'm the strong one, I'm the ball buster. So I respect the duality.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And so, Ricky, AJ, you have won the player-voted inspiration for this session. Thank you all for playing with me tonight, and I look forward to next session. And to anybody watching, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, internet.
Hey.
Goodbye. Yes?
Did we get a long rest before this
Yes,
happened?
you all
Okay.
can click the long rest button.
Before I forget, because the first thing I'm gonna do every morning is I'm casting Mage Armor.
Armor.
Okay,
So
make a note of that because I will forget.
I already clicked the spell slot. Yeah.
Okay.
Long rest and then spell slot.
All right.